I like your setup.
All right, welcome to the Eddy Live show. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We are here with Zeda Zhang. Zeda Zhang.
Yeah.
So how do we say it? I mean, you
well,
gotta tell
it's
us
supposed to be Zhang, but
Zhang,
you know,
right? Zhang, but
no
it's hard
one knows how to pronounce it in the U.S.
So do you actually get them to? Do you correct pronunciation in the U.S.? Zhang or
no? I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say Zhang. That way I could be like Zeda Zhang brings the bang.
Yeah, I love it.
So.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. Speaking of that, there you go. Boom. There she's bringing the bang.
Bang.
She brings the bang, right? Yeah. So you were just chatting and saying that you've been here since the beginning of the year? Or?
Yeah, since beginning of March.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
like first half of March.
Okay.
Right before coronavirus went crazy in the U.S.
Before that, and you got stuck. Okay,
so,
let me know.
No,
yeah.
I was very lucky. Like my parents, they've been out here for like they're back and forth.
Your parents are from here. Yeah, from Taiwan? Or no?
Yeah, my mom is, and so they come back and forth with Taiwan and the U.S.
Okay.
So they were out here since October, and they were basically looking at the news, and they knew that coronavirus was going to get bad.
Okay.
So they said, you know, you should probably come back just in case.
Okay.
And at the time, I was in California. Everything was just normal.
California, yeah, normal, right?
So I was
California's beautiful. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes,
it's
it
super
is.
nice there. Yeah.
And so I was thinking, you know, I think everything's normal, but I was thinking worst case scenario if something were to happen.
Because you would never figure that, like this global pandemic. It's like a movie, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy how it just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and
scary, yeah.
I just prepared for the worst, and I was just like, you know what, if I'm gonna get stuck in quarantine, I might as well be around family.
Sure.
So I came back. I bought my tickets like way back in January.
Okay.
I came back and landed here on March 14th, and 2 days later, the U.S. had a state of emergency and shut down.
Oh my
Literally
gosh.
2 days. I missed it by 2 days.
Really? Oh, you got lucky, yeah.
I got lucky.
And actually, Taiwan's been amazing. No shutdown, no nothing. I mean, like, luckily for people like us, like restaurant owners, no shutdown, right? Like, and actually, this area, Tianmu, in the summertime, it's really dead. Like, everyone goes to Europe, or they go to the States, or they go wherever, right? But this time, no one could leave. So actually, the summer was great. I was like, oh, okay.
You know what?
So we're in that really like small percentage where it's like, okay, not bad, yeah.
I realize all the businesses are doing really well during coronavirus here in Taiwan.
Here, yeah, for sure, because people can't leave. You know,
everyone's going on vacation. They're taking those little bus tours.
Yeah.
And did you hear that?
I heard somebody complaining about like, the tourism is, you know, you can't get a spot in a hotel. Yeah. I'm like, what? That's good.
The hotels
why
are
is that bad?
packed.
Okay.
They're
That's
all
good.
packed.
Yeah. Great.
And on top of that, did you hear about that crazy fake flight thing that Taiwan's doing?
I did.
Where they fly.
Tell us about it though. Yeah.
I'm just like, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of cool at the same time.
Yeah.
It just shows like, you know, everyone wants
people
to spend
love
money,
it, right?
but...
People love it. Yeah, exactly, right. And Taiwan it's pretty solid. I mean, there's no like. You know, sometimes you go back home in a big city and you find like some area where it's homeless or something, right? Taiwan is like bad. Everybody's solid. It's crazy. Taiwan. I've been here for a long time. I love it. So
how long have you been here?
18 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Northwest BC. Yeah. Oh. Really small town. Really small town.
Okay, I know where Canada. Yeah, I've been to Canada.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been to Canada.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Let's grab that first wing. Let's grab the first wing so we can keep going. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna start from this side. So we just go to you take one, you take whatever you want.
Oh,
yeah.
about the drums.
Yes, eat the drum. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
All right, so it's nice and easy from the beginning. Just basic buffalo.
Dude, this is nice and juicy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice and juicy. I'm gonna chew into this mic for those ASMR lovers.
There you go. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean that's not spicy. It's just a basic buffalo.
Yeah, it's
How are
that
you
last
spicy?
one.
I mean, this round one is pretty chill. I'll be honest. Yeah.
You know, I used to be really good with spice.
Uh-huh.
I ate a habanero pepper straight.
Ooh. Okay.
And that's supposed to be like the 5th hottest pepper.
Yeah,
and
it used to be the hottest, and now they're just getting like ghost peppers, and then like
ghost peppers,
Carolina
like, you
Reapers,
can die.
and it's like what? Yeah.
But that was basically the hottest I've ever had straight. I just bit half of it.
But why? Just on a dare or what?
No, just because at the time I ate really spicy.
Okay.
And what was crazy was my stomach was fine with it, but my fingers weren't. My fingers burned 3 days from holding it.
You know, that's funny. Yeah, it's crazy because I mean, we make hot sauces and we do all that stuff here, right? And we'll have habaneros and we'll have like jalapenos and all that, and everyone's like, use gloves, and I mean, I've been handling those for my whole life, so I'm gonna cut them up, no problem. And then I got a batch of Carolina Reapers, right?
Oh gosh.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna wash them, and people are like, yeah, use gloves. I'm like, gloves, whatever. So, and I washed them up, do no problem, and I'm like, yeah, no problem. Cut them all up, making the hot sauce, blah blah blah. Everything's good. I mean, I could feel the hands a little warm, but I was like, okay, no problem. Then I went home and I took a shower, and like my arms were burning. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. But for like 2 days, I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, what happened? What happened?
Mine was 3 days.
Used to
I
be
had
no
to
problem.
sleep with ice water.
Yeah, I totally did that. I totally did that too. I was like, packs of ice like this, Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So you're happy to be back here? Yeah. How's this? How's the scene changed? I mean, do you get back much?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
So every time I come back here, it is to visit family during spring break or summer break.
Okay. That's like me when I go back to Mexico. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Actually, no, I've never been here in the summer. This is the first summer I've been here.
Oh wow, how hot
It's
was
always
that?
spring break or winter break.
Okay.
It was hot.
Yeah.
But it's not as hot as I thought. But I think maybe I got used to Florida weather because I was in Florida for a while.
Okay. What were you doing in Florida?
When I got signed to WWE.
Beautiful. Okay.
I went over there. I had to relocate.
And you moved there, yeah.
Then I was there for a while, and then I was like, I want to move back to California. And then I moved back there.
Okay.
But Florida was really hot, humid.
It's humid there too. Okay. If you look at the
Taiwan
U.S.
weather.
map, it always seems like everything's crazy, and then Florida's like hot and nice. Is it nice, or is it just too much? I don't know. If you look at the map, I've never
like
been.
it
You don't like it?
because it's too humid. I don't like humid weather.
Okay. More than here, or is it about the same? I mean, here,
I felt like it was the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about the same. But the weird thing about Florida was I was in Orlando because that's where WWE headquarters was at.
Sure.
So I was over there, and since it's Central Florida, it's not as hot. But when you go to Miami, it's like you're walking in a sauna. It's freaking hot.
Okay.
And I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes because they love me.
The worst.
So
yeah. Well, one just chased you in the door here. I was like, what? It's the first time we had a mosquito, and it's just like, it's crazy. One just zipped in here. It was funny. And I was like, I'm gonna try to grab it, but I'm like, I'm gonna knock down everything. So yeah. Cool. That's cool. Yeah. So what's the process for that? Well, let's start at the beginning, if that's cool. Yeah. So MMA, right? You started with BJJ.
Yes.
In the beginning. And this was how long ago?
I started with BJJ at the end of 2007.
Okay.
Yeah, throwback, 2007.
2007. I don't have any of your gi picks, but I also had to pull them up. Yeah. So you started at BJJ, yeah?
Yeah, I started with that because...
In the States, in California?
In Virginia.
Okay.
So I'm born and raised in Virginia. I was over there and went to college there, and I went there really naive because I'm actually from, even though I'm billed from Richmond, Virginia, I'm actually from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay. Which is a small place or a big place?
Yeah, it was small. Like when I was growing up, there was only like 10,000 people there in the whole town.
That's like my hometown as well.
Oh, Pearl?
Yeah.
Okay,
8,000, same thing
gosh,
basically.
Yours is smaller than mine.
A little bit. But,
yeah, so
that's crazy. Yeah, keep going.
It's tiny, and it's basically it's a very safe town, very safe. So I grew up very naive, thinking like, nothing's gonna happen to me. I go over. Oh, actually, this is the comparison. Charlottesville, Virginia, was rated the safest city to live in 2010 on USA Today magazine.
Okay, wow.
So it was rated that because of UVA, University of Virginia. It's a great school.
Sweet.
So
sounds good.
I was there and thinking, everything's going to be fine. I moved to Richmond, Virginia, which was rated #1 murder city in the whole U.S. for like 4 years in a row.
Oh my gosh.
And then by the time I got there, it was still like ranked 4, which is still really bad because
that's tough. That's still tough. Yeah.
It's like a big city but crammed in a small area. So everything would be going on. Literally,
Okay.
there'd be a stabbing here, a shooting here, a rape there, all like one street over
not
from
in a
you.
good way. Okay, yeah.
So I went there stupid, thinking nothing's gonna happen to me. There's so many people here. Why would they target me out of everyone? And then I go there, and next thing you know, my first Halloween there was so scary. Like, this was before GPS units on your cell phone.
Of course.
So
yeah.
I'm trying to get to this party that my friend was at, and
Halloween party.
I don't know the directions. So I'm like, hey, do I take a left or right? But I know I was close by.
Sure.
So she was like, stay there. I'm going to get my friend to come get you. So that's what I did. I stayed there.
Okay.
And about 5 minutes later, this guy pulls up and waves his hand out the sunroof window for me to follow him.
Hey.
So
Oh my gosh.
I just said to him, I'm like,
Okay, that must
did
be
I
him.
just talk to you on the phone? And he just said, yeah, the party's over here. I didn't mention anything about party.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, this
well,
is
he
the
knows
guy.
what's up. Okay. Yeah.
So I followed him, and then I realized that there was another car behind me with 4 dudes in the back. So next thing you know, I'm led down
Okay.
some dark alley,
Oh, fuck.
and
Okay.
I'm stuck between 2 cars. And this dark alley is so narrow, it's only big enough for 1 car, like the width of 1 car.
shit.
So I'm
Okay,
stuck
okay.
between these 2 cars, and at the time I didn't even realize that I was in danger.
Okay. Well, yeah, because the small town thing, right? Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
everybody's cool, right?
I didn't think, like,
Yeah.
it never even crossed my mind. So
Okay. Oh my
I basically had my door open, had my window like rolled down, and I just said to him, I'm like, hey, so this is where the party's at. I'm calling my friend on the phone. I'm like, I think I'm here in the back. And she goes, I don't see you. I'm here like flashing my lights. And after what seemed like 10 whole minutes, and she still couldn't find me, I started getting like a weird feeling like something's wrong.
Of course, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I remember looking at the rearview mirror and saw the 4 dudes in the back like slouched like down in their seat with all
Okay.
the lights off, and it was as if they were waiting for that guy in the front to do something before they were all going to jump in. And at
Okay.
this time there was a lot of gang rape going on.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And
okay,
so
okay.
I was thinking like, crap, I'm in a bad situation. I just had a sick feeling in my stomach.
Of course,
Like I knew
yeah.
something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
So I just thought to myself, okay, let me just stall for time. And I keep asking him the same question. So this is where the party's at. Kept lying to me, saying, yeah, this is where the party's at.
Okay.
Next thing you know, my friend overheard his voice on the phone, and she goes, who's that? And as soon as she said, who's that?
You knew.
Like, I realized that I was in danger, and I
Okay.
lost my cool.
Okay.
And next thing you know, I started freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this not
Yeah,
the
of
guy
course,
you
of
told me
course.
that was
Yeah,
going to come
yeah.
get me? And then he was standing right there, like literally 3 feet away from me. Of course, he heard me.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, he started getting aggressive. He started getting up, like,
Okay.
on my windows rolled down. He's like up in my face, and he
Okay.
goes, what? You don't believe me? You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, go back where you came from.
Okay.
And I was
You're like,
so
hell yeah, let's
lucky
get out of here. Yeah.
that, so it's a long, narrow alleyway. 3
Sure.
cars. I'm stuck between 2. But I was so lucky that the building I was parked next to was dented in more. It was shorter than
Okay.
the other 2 buildings.
Sure,
So
okay,
it was
okay.
like this.
Okay,
And
okay.
so, and I was lucky the car behind me was back just enough where I could do this, like a C turn out.
Okay. Yeah. Oh
So that's
my
what I did.
gosh.
I freaking got out.
Holy
and
crap. Oh my
from that
gosh.
day on,
Okay.
like it was a rude awakening, and I realized
course.
that I need to protect myself and not be so naive.
Sure,
And
okay,
so I
okay.
started taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
Okay.
for self-defense because
Wow.
I
Yeah, for sure.
always been interested in martial arts.
Amazing. Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
I watched pro wrestling as a little kid.
Everybody did. I
Yeah.
love pro wrestling. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm
like-
older than you, so I'm like, I'll date myself, but I'd be watching, like, me and my sister would stay up late on, like, Saturday, like when we were really little, like we'd be supposed to be in bed, but it'd be like Saturday night's main event. I mean, that's way back. It'd be like old school stuff, like Hulk Hogan Prime. So
Oh, Hulk Hogan.
it's
Yeah,
way
Hulk
back.
Hogan
Yeah,
time.
yeah. That's way back. Yeah.
And so, I basically, watched that. So I've always been interested in wrestling and grappling, and so
yeah.
jiu-jitsu seemed like the perfect transition.
Great.
And
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
picked that, and next thing you know, I ended up transitioning to grappling, like no-gi stuff, and MMA.
Okay.
And I got tricked into my first MMA fight.
Okay.
And that's how I ended up going this career of MMA.
Okay.
And after let's see, after from 2007 to like 2016 was when WWE contacted me for a tryout.
How cool
and
is that? That's a cool feeling, right?
And
Shoot.
next thing you know, I went through the tryout and got in, and that was my pro wrestling career.
That's so amazing. Yeah. That's like, how did it feel when they were just like, hey,
well,
what's up?
I had a friend who actually, this guy named, oh, it's ironic. Okay, so this guy named Paul Chang, who is actually from Taiwan.
Okay.
But he lives in Canada.
Okay, beauty.
But he fought for ONE FC.
Okay.
And he was actually, I think he's actually the first Taiwanese MMA fighter.
To fight to ONE FC? Okay.
Yeah, and he fought Brandon Vera in one of the fights.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so
oh my gosh, how'd that go?
Yeah. He lost, but
that's
you know,
rough. Yeah, Brandon Vera. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
But he was like the first Taiwanese
That's
MMA
amazing,
fighter.
though.
Yeah,
that's
which is
fantastic. Yeah.
awesome.
That's amazing.
So I went out to Greg Jackson's to train for a a bit.
Jackson Wink. Nice.
Yes.
All right. Sure.
And just like, you know, a short little time. And when I was out there, I met the girl who writes for Fight Magazine, and we became friends.
Sweet.
Next thing you know, like, she interviewed Paul Chang.
Okay.
And the thing about Albuquerque, New Mexico, though, it's if you are in the MMA community there and become friends with those people, the whole city adds you on their Facebook. Like the whole city added me on their Facebook.
You got John Jones on your Facebook?
Yeah, I do actually.
That's amazing.
On my old Facebook.
That's crazy.
So it's like he added me, and then a few others added me. Next thing you know, every single person from the city added me.
Okay.
So next thing you know, I have all these mutual friends, and then Paul Chang. I've never even met this guy.
Okay.
He added me because we have so many mutual friends.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything to me all the way, like years and years later. I went out there in 2010, I think. Maybe even earlier. No, I think it was probably 2009, I think. I went out to Albuquerque in 2009. So at this point, 2014, I was in California. Paul Chang, I was training out of Black House MMA.
There's a lot of Taiwanese in California, right? The Taiwanese community?
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
there's a lot of everything out there.
Okay. California is the mecca.
But I was out at Black House MMA training, and then next thing you know, Paul Chang wrote me randomly on my Facebook and was like, "Hey, I've been watching you train. I think you'd be great for WWE. Let me know if you want to try out." I was like, okay, because someone in WWE like was talking with him, and then I guess somehow I came around, and then he.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool. Yeah,
went through the tryout in September 2016, got in, and then got signed for January 2017.
Wow. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. From watching it as a kid to like being in there competing, that's pretty
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I never.
How was it like the first time you walked out with like the crowd and stuff? How was that feeling? It must have been incredible.
You know, it was okay.
It was okay.
I think it's because I got so used to being out in the crowd.
Okay.
Because at this point, I've already done MMA. I've already done like jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I've already performed with like modeling and singing and music and all that. So
I saw that. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So because of that, you know, I'm really used to being in front of people.
Okay. So the music, I didn't see the music part. What's going on with music? Like singing and stuff, or what's that?
I started singing.
Beauty.
When I was
the jack of all right.
I just love art. Like art is really the only thing I have.
That's fantastic.
So art is like my life. So I started with singing. I would say, well, my second love. Art was my first. Like traditional drawing was my first.
Wow.
I started singing when I was like 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And I got more serious into it when I was 9, then even more serious at 16, and more serious in college.
And your parents are like, yes, she's encouraging that. They
no,
loved
definitely
it. No,
not.
okay,
definitely not.
Because I live here, and I know how it is, right? I know parents are here.
Yeah, my parents were very traditional.
Be a doctor.
Very much traditional Asian upbringing.
Okay.
And so because of that, oops, I dropped my thing. Because of that. They basically weren't cool with it. I had to sneak around and do all these things.
Sure.
And So I was singing and writing music and stuff, but I wasn't real. It was a gradual thing because I never believed that I could do it, and I was always worried about upsetting my parents. So I didn't really pursue it until finally, when I graduated college, my parents were like, "Well, go chase your dreams." Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
they like
fantastic.
Yeah, like,
hey, you did what you had to do. Now go for it. Give it a shot.
Yeah,
basically,
like it was crazy because me and my parents, we didn't get along because I was born in the U.S. They were, from Asia.
They're from here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
my mom's from here. My dad's from Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
So they, it's a different type of mindset. And
very, for sure.
Growing up, we didn't get along because they didn't understand me. I didn't understand them. But
it's tough for sure.
Throughout the years, they grew to understand me more. I grew to understand them more, and now we meet in the middle. And now they're super chill, really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm like
Shout
really
out to
close.
The parents. Yeah,
Shout out to my mom and dad.
Hi, mom and dad.
Yeah, they are super cool. So
fantastic. Yeah.
Very supportive now. But back then, it was very different. So I felt like I needed to do this for them, and everything else that I was passionate about, I had to secretly go do. Okay. So I was so busy.
You still did it. Yeah, you were. Yeah. Okay, so you're doing both.
Yeah, wow. I had no sleep. Okay, I had no sleep. Wow. I was so exhausted and stressed out. I sent myself to an emergency room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because of overworking.
Just breaking down. Yeah.
But the thing was, basically, when that happened, I started pursuing my MMA because at this point, I had already gone so deep into MMA that became my thing.
Okay.
And so I started doing the MMA thing, and then I moved out to California to pursue music and MMA.
Okay.
And so at that time, I was writing music, and I was actually going to go more the music route because of some crap that happened with a crazy ex that was in the MMA community. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to be around it. It's a small world. I'm going to run into it again. So I started pursuing music full on. And then one of my friends, Cub Swanson, actually,
Cub Swanson.
Yeah, Cub Swanson.
Okay, wow.
And he's super nice.
I love Cub Swanson.
Yeah, he's great.
Amazing. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's super nice. I met him out in Albuquerque.
He's got the SoCal on the chest.
Yeah.
I love Cub Swanson. Yeah.
He's amazing.
I'm a huge UFC fan. Yeah.
He's awesome. Like, actually, there's a lot of great people, but he really helped me mentally.
Okay.
As far as what to choose, because I've always done everything. Where I get pulled all different directions. I'm just like, I really love doing this, but I love doing this too.
Spreading yourself a little thin, right?
Too thin. So he told me, you should get back into MMA. So that's why I started training MMA again.
Okay.
And then, right before that, then next thing you know, I was doing both. And then next thing you know, WWE came me up, was like, and then I was like, all right, this is the focus now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's grab the next one, and then we'll keep going. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I took the drum like that. Get your.
Yeah.
This is a chipotle. Yeah.
Oh.
A chipotle. Yeah.
I love chipotle. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Kind of sweet, kind of spicy.
Yeah.
That's wrong. So how many? Sorry, how many flavor wings do you have?
We do 8. First round is pretty chill. The second round is a little crazy. We had to up the ante a little bit because of Steven Chow, the coach. He came up and he did all of them. And it was like no problem. He went right after Kai.
Oh,
and Kai,
I saw Kai.
Kai got blasted, right?
I saw Kai crying.
Kai was crying, yeah. And then the coach came up, Steven came up, and he went all the way through to the end, and it was no problem. He's like, yeah, that's pretty spicy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm like, okay, we need to add another level to this. So we did. So that's in the next round, yeah.
Yum.
But back,
this is good.
Good, yeah. Well, we can go faster.
Really
we can get tacos, whatever you want, yeah. So, how does the training differentiate? Does it MMA? Obviously, WWE
It's
wrestling.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because there's certain moves that's almost exactly the same.
Okay.
But then there's a lot of moves that's the complete opposite. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I felt like that was the hardest thing, was to try and break my muscle memory to try and do pro wrestling training.
I bet.
Because it is
fake punches and stuff, right? Like the
everything.
like everything,
the
right?
angles,
the angles, right?
Everything. Like, so there is a move in pro wrestling called the Headlock Takeover. Okay. So it is the same move as a judo hip toss.
Okay. Beauty.
Yeah, you literally just throw them over.
Beautiful.
So it's the exact same move, but the only difference is, instead of like landing your whole ribs into the guy's face and taking them down like hardcore, you like basically place their head down into the open
like
part here safely.
Okay.
So I had the hardest time because
it might even be harder, right? I would imagine to be harder, the wrestling, because you have to be
in control.
And you have to be really careful, right? I would imagine.
It is hard.
Right? Yeah.
So luckily, my main training partner was this Chinese girl that's there, Ziley. She has like a martial arts background too. So luckily, like, she's used to taking punches, and so we trained together, and we went so hard with each other, but we didn't even realize it. Okay. And so we're super stiff with each other, but we thought this was normal.
We're like, this is normal.
Yeah, this is normal. So I felt so bad because when you're throwing someone, everything feels familiar. So my muscle memory naturally wants to go with the momentum.
Okay,
so I throw her over, and then naturally I go in a way where I throw my whole body into it, and my ribs keep crashing down on her chin. So next thing you know, she got this big bruise on her jaw, and I felt so bad because we were literally doing it over and over and over.
Oh my gosh,
during like a 3.5 hour training session.
Wow. Okay.
So this poor girl, like, but after a while you learn the difference. But during that time, it was very difficult.
Similarities, but there's some stuff you need to learn.
Like, for example, so I'm right hand dominant.
Okay.
That means when I'm fighting.
Yeah.
And also I wrestle, so my stance is actually orthodox.
Sure.
So when I'm coming in, I'm pushing off my right leg to get up faster towards the left.
Yep.
But the thing with pro wrestling is you want to get up slow, so you got to go to the right. So that was so hard for me. That was so hard.
You wouldn't even notice that if you're like, as a fan on the outside. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's very cool. Oh my gosh,
the little details of that, I had the hardest time because, like, you're down and then you got to get up. So as soon as I get up, I go this way. Yeah. But you're not supposed to. You're supposed to go the other way.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, it was so embarrassing because I had just started and I was trying to break this habit. Yeah. And I was in the ring with Norman Smiley, and he was basically was like, go to the right. Go to the right. And my brain was like, go to the right. Go to the right. And then I got up and I went to the left. And he was just like, what the hell? I was just
that's crazy, yeah.
I don't know. My body is so used to going this way. But my brain knew what to do, but my body wouldn't catch up. It's just like all this muscle memory.
Of course,
having to break.
Well, and then when you're fighting, you're supposed to hurt somebody, right? And then when you're not, you're supposed to. I would imagine it's harder.
Everything's different. Your footwork, everything's different. So it's very, very different.
The matches are long as well, right?
Yes.
Like, what about the cardio? The cardio must be like similar.
It's different.
It's different cardio.
It's different. Like, you have your moments where you can rest.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, it is tiresome, but it's different. It's like the match is scripted, so it's planned.
Sure.
And the parts that's supposed to be fast, it doesn't matter if you're tired. You can't just rest. Okay. Like, you're just gonna have to go. Yeah. Whereas with fighting, if you're actually tired, you can find ways and like get out, or take down and rest. There's ways around it, and you can change that up. Sure. But if you're having to stick to a script, you can't just, let me just rest right now. You got to just go.
So it's more. What do you think is more difficult? Do you think the wrestling is more difficult because you're kind of not in control? You got to follow this sort of
Wrestling is actually more difficult than MMA, I would say.
Okay.
Because with MMA, you only have to worry about one thing. You worry about protecting yourself and winning. Like that's it's all you. Everything's you. Sure. Just do what you know. But the thing with pro wrestling is there's so much going on. Like you have to not only know your moves, remember the script, remember what your opponent's doing to take their moves. Then you got to remember the timing. You got to remember where the cameras are. You got to remember where the fans are. You got to react to the fans live. It's like doing
that's crazy.
Improv.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
And you got to react to the referee because he'll be telling you stuff in the moment. Then there's a producer in the back that's telling the referee something and changing stuff last minute on you, like while you're in the middle of the match. And then you're having to think like, okay, the camera's here. I need to be facing here at this time. There's 6 cameras at least. And you're like, wait, I need to do here. And oh, wait, for this move, I got to be there. Oh, wait, this fan just said something. Let me like improv this thing into this thing because it's very interactive. Work the fan
into the story, right? Because then it's more. Yeah, that sounds And that sounds way harder. Oh my gosh, so
much to keep up with.
Okay, sure.
And when you're throwing someone, you can't just throw them anywhere you feel. You have to understand ring awareness and know exactly where they're going to land because where they land is what it's going to look like on the big screen or in front of a crowd. You can't just chuck them into the ropes unless that's planned. But most of the time, it's like there's a certain way, like how the ring is laid out, and everything's with angles. It's like MMA, everything's angles and stuff. But you don't have the luxury of, hey, if I end up hitting the cage, I do something from there. It's like if you're not supposed to hit the ropes, don't hit the ropes. It's like that.
So that's.
And you get disqualified if you're on the ropes. So then you got to think about the rules. Like imagine that as a singles match. Then imagine it as a tag match. And then the rules are different. Imagine that as another match. Like there's so many different rules.
Yeah, there's so many kinds of matches, right? Yeah.
So that just makes it that much harder. You're literally trying to do 8 to 10 things at once.
Yeah, and you have to remember everything, and then you can't really predict the crowd, right?
You can't.
I remember when I was in college, it was my first like live wrestling experience because I'm from a small town, right? And I went out and it was the main event was Honky Tonk Man and Doink, right? And it was like it was like a really low. It wasn't WWE. It was like they were way past all of that, right? Like it was way past. I don't know what it was. It was like a local circuit, but they had Honky Tonk Man.
It's an indie match.
Yeah, it was indie. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. It was them, and they had like an undercard and stuff, and I was like a huge WWE fan. I had like my DX shirt on and stuff. I was in college, right? NWO and stuff like that. And then so we went out to watch him, and I mean it wasn't expensive, but we bought front row, and we're just like, and this college that I went to is famous for the city is famous for like Hell's Angels, right?
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we go and the 4 of us, we get like front row seats. We're going in there and all these hells, they took our seats, and there's like 10 of them, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna, what are you gonna say? You can't say anything. So I'm like, okay, so we sat a couple rows back, but the best was when we went in. We walked in, and there was like this dude, on the side of us. I look over, and it's Honky Tonk Man, right? And I'm like, holy shit, it's Honky Tonk Man, And I loved Honky Tonk Man, right? And he's just kind of standing there. He's like, you want a picture, $5 or whatever, right? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I was like chatting with them, and it was totally cool. I'm like, oh man, like. I was in college, but I was still, I was in like kid mode, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, where's the pink Cadillac, man? You got the pink Cadillac? And he's like looking at me like, what? And I'm like, where's the pink Cadillac? You got to shake, rattle, and roll, man. Shake, rattle, and roll. And he's like, I will, man. I'll shake, rattle, and roll. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So you want a picture? I'm like, let's take a picture. And I took a picture, and I had it like framed for so long. I was like a kid. It was probably pretty ridiculous, but I had this picture for so long. And it was crazy because you were watching the co-main event was like Extreme Rules or something.
Oh yeah.
And then there was ladders and barbed wire, whatever, right? And so like we were sitting in the back, and it was me. Like I was the loudest person because I was calling out all the the Hurricane Run and everything. I was calling out like every move, and people were kind of like, it was like a really like a hick event. It was pretty crazy, like a redneck event, right? And it was just like me and my buddies, and I'm just like, oh shit! And I was calling out all the moves, and then this one like probably 8 or 9 year old kid comes over, and he like shows me his hand, and it's like all these thumbtacks, and then I'm like, no, don't do it, kid. And he's just like, this, like, I'm like 20 and this kid's like 8 and he's just like, I'm like, don't do it, kid. He's like, and he like threw all the thumbtacks in and I was like,
what? And
everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? That's crazy. I'm like, why are you throwing? And he's like, extreme rules. I'm like, that's not cool, dude. So yeah, I can, that's why like the crowd is, I mean, you can't predict what's going to happen. A kid, an 8-year-old with a pocket full of thumbtacks, you know, like you can't predict that, right?
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Well, you know what's funny? Actually, during NXT, it was Undisputed Era. They were wrestling, and this was like the main event match, and some fan jumped through security and got up on the like apron of the ring. And it was so funny because all of us were sitting in the back watching on TV.
Just chilling, right?
And then next thing we know, we thought this was like part of the match. We're like, oh, is this part of the match? And so this guy in normal clothes is just like up there and we're like, that's weird. And next thing you know, like, no, stop. It was Kyle O'Reilly. He basically, he's Canada. He basically was like going through his spot and basically it was so fluid and he just kicked this fan in the face and he flew off onto the floor.
Oh, that's rough.
Because you know, we don't know what could happen. They could be crazy. They could try and stab them.
For sure. You know,
agree. Crazy stuff. So
that's nuts. Oh my god.
So he like knocked him off, but it was so fluid. We didn't even know what was going on until after the show when the guy was getting arrested.
We're just like, oh, it was real.
What is that? Like, because you don't know. Sometimes fans might jump into the ring. Like it's crazy.
And sometimes that's worked into the script, right? Like I've been watching since I was a kid, so it's like they work that in, and there's someone on the side, and it could be like somebody famous or like a basketball player or something. It's pretty crazy.
Sometimes it's like
and then you can't tell if you're not.
Something you can't
in
tell
on the script, right? All right, let's grab the third one, yeah?
All right.
Hell yeah. Get on that drum. Yeah. This one's made with local cayenne peppers. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yum.
So do you have a favorite wrestler of all time?
Back when I was little, Hulk Hogan was my favorite by default because that was my grandma's favorite.
Take your vitamins, right?
Well, my grandma got me into wrestling.
Okay. Your grandma did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? That's amazing. Okay.
Because wrestling, my grandma, she's from Shanghai, China, so she didn't know any English.
Okay.
She came to the U.S. and she couldn't understand what was on TV. But wrestling is one of those things where it's universal. Like, it doesn't matter the language. You can understand it. So she watched pro wrestling, and I watched it with her. So that's how I got into it.
That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I remember one of my best friends, they're this Portuguese family. And we all watched wrestling, and his parents loved it. And I remember this one time when Bret Hart was turning heel, and he had Rey Mysterio. Like, he would do this figure four, but like wrap him around the posts and then do the figure four off the post and like kind of like using the post as leverage. My buddy's mom was crying. She's like, oh my God, he's just a little guy. She's like bawling and like, I think he's okay. And they're just like, no, how is he gonna do it? Oh my God, he's a little guy. Rey Mysterio, just a little guy. And she was crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing, man, how wrestling is able to do that. I love it. You know what's funny? I love it. Yeah.
So there's this little girl that's a super fan.
Okay.
She goes to every single WWE show.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she's been going since she was like a little kid.
Okay.
And every single time she would cry. And she cried and made such a scene that WWE started upgrading their seats and letting them stay in the front because it's great fan reaction.
Sure, of course, yeah.
So she started crying from like little all the way up. She's like 14 now.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. WWE's they're amazing. They're super good on the promotion and I love it. It's incredible. Growing up, I watched it a lot and going all the way till I came here. Really, I didn't. Here, I was with the time difference and stuff. I didn't watch much, but now it's back on like a normal.
Yeah, it's on TV here.
Now it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I think it's quite popular. I think WWE came here a couple times.
Yeah, they did.
Which is pretty cool.
They came here.
My father-in-law loves it, so I brought him to the second time they came. Well, that was like last year, 2 years ago. You know, he's funny because he's always like, oh, you know, 很贵, no, 不要花钱, you know, always everything too expensive. Don't
Your
spend
Chinese
money.
is great. Wow.
I've been here for a long time, right?
Wow. So we could have had a whole Chinese conversation.
We can.
Wow, your Chinese is
just
great.
not as good. It's just.
I'm impressed.
It's okay. Well, I mean, you have to. I have the business, right? So I have to chat with Taiwanese people all the time, right? So I speak Chinese. I mean, I can't read or write, but
neither can I.
yeah,
So we're basically the same.
We can't read or write.
Yeah.
I'm illiterate. I lived here for like 18 years. I'm illiterate. It's weird being illiterate, but so like my father-in-law, he always says that, and this time I'm like, okay, this Saturday, man, we're going out, and he's like, no, I don't want to go. No, don't spend no money. And I'm like, no, WWE's coming. I got like I sprung for like front row. I'm like, no, we got like front row, and he's just like, okay.
Yeah,
he's like, okay, let's go. He's like, how much were the tickets? I'm like, really expensive, man. And he's just like, okay, let's go. We're going. He was totally excited, and we went, and we went to like the shirts, and he's just like, oh, the shirts are so expensive, and I'm like, pick a shirt, man. And he's just like, no, they're expensive. And one had like the date and all the wrestlers on it. And then I'm just like, let's get one of those, you know? And he's just like, no. And I'm like, just try it on. He puts it on, and he's like, okay, I'll take it. I'm like, yeah. So I got him a shirt, and like it was funny because he's older, right? And I mean, they don't let people go like right to the front because they kind of, you know, the security's kind of like,
yeah.
But he's like, is an old guy, right? They just like let him go right to the front.
Aww.
He was totally chill. Like he loved it. He totally loved it. He was like right at the front, just like sitting there, like totally like, just like a chill old Taiwanese guy, just right at the front, and security's just like, all right, you know. It's like, oh, you know, you have to go to the back. He's just like, oh, Mel Guanxi, and they're just like, okay. So he's just sitting there. It was pretty cool. It was an amazing experience. So if it comes back, I'll definitely take him again. And I actually I mean, in the last 6 months, I found out that there's actually like a local scene, right? I didn't know that until recently. So I'm definitely going to take him out to some local ones as well. I actually had Gaia Hulks from the Puzzle Wrestling. I had him on a month ago, 2 months ago.
Oh.
He's a good guy, man. Really good guy. Young guy, Aboriginal guy, like 20. Super cool. He was telling me about it. So really cool. I'm like, what? Yeah, this is great. Let's go. Yeah.
The one that's out here is NTW, New Taiwan Wrestling. Yeah. They're actually having a show on the 3rd. It's going to be like a house show. I'll be there.
Okay, yeah.
And then, I will be.
Are you
and
like
then,
on the side, or are you going to go
I'll
in
be
and
wrestling.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
I haven't wrestled in
send
like
me a link.
forever.
It'll be awesome. I'd love to check that
out.
Yeah.
I will be there.
That's so
and,
cool. Yeah.
Then there's another one, I think, at the end of the month.
Okay. Do you think that there's a way that the MMA and wrestling communities can kind of cross over?
That's actually
promotion?
That's actually what I've been doing.
Yes,
like
I love it. Okay.
Out here.
Okay.
So I've been connecting Kemp and all these people
Camp's
in the
a beast. I
MMA
love
community.
Camp. Shout out to Kemp.
Shout out to Kemp.
Love Kemp.
With the NTW to see if they could work something out, because what I've noticed when I go over to other countries and wrestle and tour, the countries that don't have as much wrestling and MMA, they actually work together. And
that's what it's all about.
It works out.
Everybody should be working together, right? Everybody should. I agree.
I think it's good, even though it's different, but there's a lot of similarities in a lot of ways. And at the end of the day, like, it is a show. And as much as people want to say, like, sports is sports and entertainment is entertainment, sports is still entertainment, especially nowadays.
Of course, it has to be. It has to be. I agree. I think these two, again, the communities are not that big, so I think they could definitely help each other out. I didn't even know about it, and I'm like right in the MMA community. I didn't know about the wrestling until someone brought it up, and I thought, what? Where? Let's go.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know, no one told me. Yeah.
When I came out to Asia to tour, Taiwan was my first stop.
Okay.
This was December 2018 at NTW, and
Beautiful.
They had it at this. At the Taipei like sports arena or something.
Okay, the big one, yeah,
the big one. That's
it
was fun and stuff,
or whatever, right? Something like that.
I think
that one,
I think I'm not.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think
there's one kind of big arena. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was
Beautiful. How was the crowd?
It was
all
great,
right?
and
Good
there was
crowd?
actually a lot of people there, and actually a few Taiwanese celebrities were there.
That's great.
Like, so I was
love
like, oh,
that,
this is
yeah.
cool to see that there
cool.
is this demand for pro wrestling out here.
That's
and
good.
now that I'm back here, like I came back to Taiwan several times,
Okay.
and I think this is probably my 9th time.
Okay.
But every single time I come back, it hasn't been that long.
Okay.
One of the times it was
Okay.
like 3.5 months, but.
Sure.
Back when I was still competing, I actually came out here like
Gotta be
8
busy,
to 10
right?
years ago trying to
Okay.
find an MMA gym, and it was
Okay.
nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, now that I'm back, they're everywhere. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's great.
look at
It's
this
really good.
change.
It's really cool.
great
It's
to
really
see it
cool,
grow. It's great to see that MMA is legal now out here. It used to be illegal,
I heard
like
that.
what,
Yeah,
6 years
yeah.
ago or something.
Yeah, and I
So-
think it's good. And I think these gyms, like with Kemp and everybody, everyone's kind of starting to collab a little bit.
Yep.
Because in the beginning, it was kind of like my kung fu stronger than yours.
Yeah,
You know? Don't go to that. If you
territory.
go to that gym, you can't come to my gym. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? You know, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So it's nice to see the whole collaboration happening. So it's pretty cool.
That's what I'm trying to push.
That's amazing. I
Everyone
love that.
just
All
work
right.
together and
Yeah.
be in harmony
Yes.
and love.
That's what it's about. I think so. Beautiful. Let's grab the last one, and then we'll call on round
All
two.
right.
This one's like our only kind of fusion-y sauce. It's like a Korean style
This
sauce.
looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And
I
you
love
got the
Korean.
sesame and scallions on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bomb.
It's all right. Korean style, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the first time we started to sell this, I mean, I love it. And I had one of my ex-staff, his family used to have a Korean place. And so he kind of taught me the recipe. And then the first time we started selling it, a big group of like Koreans came in. And they're like, oh, Korean wings. And I'm like, oh my God. I was so nervous.
You're like, oh gosh.
I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, oh, you sure? Yeah, okay. And then they loved it. And they came back. And they always come back and on like wing nights. And they get Korean wings at a Mexican place. And people are
This
like,
is
what,
really
Korean
good.
wings at a Mexican place? I'm like, I like them. So I'm going to have the sauce there anyway because I like them. So let's sell them.
Actually, the sauce tastes really authentic.
Does it?
I
Yeah?
really like Korean food too.
Okay.
I eat everything. When I'm in the U.S., I'm like, I eat something different every day,
Yeah.
all day. But I say most of the time I'm eating like Mexican food, Vietnamese
everywhere,
food,
right?
Chinese food, Korean food,
Okay.
sushi, like Japanese food,
Is there,
Hawaiian food.
is there any food when you're in the States that you miss from Taiwan that's like, oh, that's the first thing I'm getting when I go to Taiwan? Do you have any of those?
You know, I used to, but I realized there's a lot out here.
Yeah.
You could pretty much get everything.
Yeah. Taiwan's a great place for, I love it. Like I planned on coming for a little bit. And then actually, it's such a great place. I thought, went back for a couple months after a few years. And then I was like, back to my hometown. It's a nice little place, nice hometown. And I'm like, there's not really work or anything there, right? So if I'm going to work, if I'm going to go do something, I got to go to like Vancouver or like a city. And I'm like, well, why don't I just stay in Taipei? Because it's way better than Vancouver, you know? I'm like,
Vancouver's
Taipei.
kind of empty.
Vancouver's, it's so big and it's nice, but it's big and spread out. And Taipei, it's like,
I hear your Canadian accent.
you got it,
Out.
yeah. Oh, I get busted with the out all the time, and people just, I don't know. Taipei, it's kind of a big city, but it's not that big, and it's kind of compact, and it's kind of like I don't even have a car here because you don't need a car, you know, in Taipei,
Yep. Yeah.
and there's no parking anyway, right? So you don't need a car, you can cab it anywhere or the MRT, and it's amazing. I love it here. Taipei is
People
another
are
reason
nice.
you know, another reason we started this is because I also want to kind of promote Taiwan. Taiwan's such a great place, you know, and it's like a hidden gem, but doesn't have to be hidden because we can show people this is a great place.
You know what's
It's a great
crazy
place.
is when I talk to people in the U.S. and I tell them about Taiwan,
Yeah.
they're just like, Thailand?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, well,
Taiwan.
My dad thought I was in Japan for like the first 5 years. Like, Dad, I'm not in Japan, man. I'm in Taiwan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Thailand. I've been here for a long time. So there was that huge tsunami in Japan, probably 10 years ago or something, like a massive one. And
Yeah, I remember that.
like a month later, my mom calls me. She's like, "Hey, Miko, are you okay?" I'm like, "What?" What happened? She's just like, I don't know, I just heard about the tsunami. I'm like, first of all, that's Japan.
That's like
second of all, that was like a month ago. So I mean, if something happened, that was a month ago. Like, she's like, well, I just heard. I'm like, no,
I would have been dead already.
I'm like, I would have been dead already. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer the phone. So I told her, yeah, no, that's a completely different place. And when I came out, I brought my mom out here when my daughter was born. And then she came out and she's like, okay, I get it. It's a great place. I mean, people are super nice. The weather's pretty good. Good food. It's super safe. It's just ridiculous how safe it is here.
Taiwan was rated the safest major city in the world.
Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine so because...
So I was like,
that's great. It's weird because, like, before I opened this branch, we went to Mexico to look at some machinery, right? And me and my wife, we went, and we were in, like, downtown Mexico, like Guadalajara, like the downtown area. And then that's like where my family is, and my wife's like her arm out the car, you know, with like her iPhone, whatever. And my uncle's like, "Hey man, she's gonna lose her arm. Tell her to bring her arm back in the car." And then I'm like, "What?" You know, I'm like, "Oh yeah, put your arm in the car." No, that's crazy. And she's from here, right? And she's like, "Oh, never even thought about it." And then we had to go to what's it called? Casa de Cambio, foreign currency exchange, right? So we went there, and then it's like a little maze. Like you go there, my uncle's like, "Okay, this is it. You're going to go in. I'm going to open the door. You're going to run. You're going to go in. And there's like this door and then this door and then this door." And I'm like, why is it so like crazy? And he's like, well, if you're going there, people know you have money. So there's people like lurking at like the foreign currency exchange banks. People are lurking. And I'm like, oh shit.
That's scary.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, this sucks, you know? So, I mean, nothing ever happened. It was.
So you were born in Canada?
No, I was born in Canada, yeah.
Okay.
So my parents immigrated to Canada from Mexico. Actually, my older sister was also born in Mexico, and then I was born, in Canada. First one born in Canada, yeah. And I have a younger brother also born in Canada. And it's it's great. It's a small town, beautiful. It's a nice place.
It's really pretty.
Great for
Canada
a kid.
is very pretty.
As a kid, it's incredible. It's just
very natural.
You know, when you get a little bit older, it's like I want to go try to do something, and I came here and wasn't planning on staying that long, but I'm staying now.
I wasn't planning on staying that long, and here I am, like all the way from March until we're in freaking October almost.
Yeah, right. Like, how are you feeling about this? Is your longest stay in Taiwan, right?
You know, I get anxiety usually when I am not working.
Okay, sure.
But I don't know if it's because it's COVID and the world is at a standstill, so I'm able to kind of relax.
That's good.
And I'm just like, there's nothing going on anyways, but I'm still in this like, I need to work mode, you know?
Well, you're going to be doing some matches with the guys out here, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
Let me know.
I'd
love to check that out. I'd love to check that out.
You definitely
See if I can get
should.
my father-in-law. He loves it, man. He loves wrestling. And
come on through. Yeah. I got y'all.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. I love it.
But it's basically this feeling like I'm not being productive.
Okay. I know that feeling for sure.
Yeah.
Like we're here 7 days a week. We're always working on something, and sometimes I'll take like a day where it's slow, and then we'll just stay home and just won't do anything. Like we'll clean the house or something. That's about it. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I should like post something for the next week's like podcast or something, because I didn't do anything the whole day. Watched like 3 movies. And what's going on? I'm getting like antsy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I actually don't feel like that this time around, and I'm lucky that my family's here.
You're lucky. It's a good spot, right?
Yeah.
This is where people want to be right now. I think.
And it's great because everything's open, everything's normal out here. The people are nice. It's safe. And on top of that, thank you, Kai. Shout out to Kai for getting me hooked up with everything so I can train.
Kai's the beast. Love Kai.
So it's nice because now it's not me just vacationing every day
vacation mode.
I can't be vacationing every day. Gotta do some work.
It's not too bad. No, I think
nice.
it's a good place. How do the people sort of compare here to sort of you were the first Asian American, right, to do all the countries, kind of wrestle in all the countries, right? So obviously you've been to the countries. How's the friendliness level Is everybody chill? Everybody's pretty cool, or Taiwan is pretty like special? I feel it's special, but I'm biased.
I feel like I don't know. I think it's just maybe it's the wrestling crowd.
Okay.
They're very.
I saw some of your fan art. That's so
they're
cool.
very passionate about it, and they're real fans.
Okay.
Like honestly, out of all the industries I've been in, wrestling fans are the best fans. They're like crazy and stuff, but they are like very loyal.
Yeah, okay.
They're very loyal.
Cool. So they follow you from like indie to all promotions and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
and they're
That's
supportive,
fantastic.
very
beautiful.
supportive. Like it's the wrestling culture. They're really supportive about everything.
Fantastic.
So I'm just like, all right, that's really cool. And yeah, I think when I go to all these places, they've all been very welcoming and very excited to just be able to watch wrestling. So it's been all really good experiences, actually.
I'm going to pull up some pictures and you tell me what you think. All right? So we obviously did this one already.
Yes.
Right? I love that. You got some amazing pictures on there. And I saw some of your... I didn't actually get any of the fan art in the end, but let's keep going. Check that out. Boom.
Next chart.
Yeah. So what does that make? What does that make you feel if you see that? What do you think?
It's honestly amazing. Like when they said they were gonna do an article on me, I was really excited because it's a news article I followed for a while.
Okay.
And then also World Journal and actually the United Daily out here in Taiwan.
Okay.
Did articles, and I just feel like really honored to be on there because it's really nice to be able to feel like I can help represent.
I love it. It's that represent feeling, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I feel like anything within entertainment, at the end of the day, you have to do it for something more than just yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Because you're here like, you're performing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are you going to leave behind when you die?
Got to have that little legacy there.
Yeah, got to have the legacy. Got to go and like make a difference.
Beautiful,
so
beautiful.
I feel like when people, especially when the articles came out, I get like fans that contact me telling me like they're inspired and stuff and ask for advice. And that's what makes me feel like, man, I did something worthwhile.
I love it. Boom.
Oh yeah, that was out in China.
Okay.
At MKW after a match with Hibiscus Me, and that was a really fun match. It was a great match, actually. It was really
beautiful. That's such a great
she's
picture.
She's very experienced.
Yeah. Beautiful.
14-year vet. Oh, there's my Funko Pop.
What's the story behind this? How cool is it? How many people do you know have like an action figure? How cool is that? It's like
I'm very lucky. There's a lot of, I have another action figure actually.
Really?
But
two? Oh my gosh.
Two.
Now
This
you're just
Funko Pop
showing
thing. I'm
off,
really sad the people who are making it are not making it anymore. But, they're too busy right now.
Do you have some of these at home that you're just like, these
they're
are your
all
treasures?
I think they're all sold out by pre-sale.
Okay,
like they're
really?
all, like
so you didn't get one for yourself? Oh my gosh.
They all sold out. Like
That's
immediately
hilarious.
as soon as I get the first batch, it's sold out. Then you'll get a second batch, sold out. And now
business 101. If they keep selling out, keep making them, fellas, right?
Exactly.
Come on,
hey,
business
someone, if y'all want to make Funko Pops,
let's go. Business 101.
In demand.
Doesn't take a genius, right? Here we go. Boom. What about that?
Oh man, this is
in
Nepal,
Yeah.
and it was freaking crazy because kayfabe is not dead there in Nepal.
Okay.
They think pro wrestling is like Olympic wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
It was crazy. The Prime Minister of Nepal came to watch us wrestle, and he awarded me and people like from the show.
Really?
So we legit have these like wrestling awards. Yeah, we have a whole certificate, like the medal, like everything. So I'm awarded as a freaking wrestler in Nepal right now.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Crazy.
That's so.
I'm just like, wow.
And you're like, okay. And you're just kind of like,
I'm
can't
just
say
like,
anything. You're like, okay,
I can't say anything. I'm just like,
let me
cool,
take a selfie. Yeah. By the Prime Minister. That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe he was like there. He was just like, we were on all the news media there. It was crazy.
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge event.
Nepal. Oh, beauty. Love it. Let's see what else we got up on here. Boom.
Oh, this was another
like
part of China.
Where's this?
This was in
looks like Mongolian or some kind of a.
I was in Sanya.
Okay.
Sanya, China. It was this island off China.
Okay.
It's basically like the Hawaii of China.
I could see that.
So,
yeah, that's really
cool.
Yeah,
I was there wrestling.
It's kind of like a
good.
chi pao, but it's like Hawaiian
so
influence.
I have my I have different outfits.
That could be one of your finishing moves, the chi pao, you know?
Yeah, right.
There you go. Yeah. That's so cool.
But I wanted something more traditional
that's
China.
Yeah, of
To
course.
show, like, you know.
And then they must love it. You come
they
out
love
in their
it.
gear,
Yeah,
they love it. Everyone eats that up, right? You come out in their gear, they're just like, yeah, one of us, right? All right, let's keep going. What else we got?
MLW. So that's who I'm signed with currently, Major League Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I wrestled for them immediately after WWE. And then a year later, after I won a tour around the world, they contacted me and signed me. And I'm their first female signee.
Yeah, that was one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Actually, that one, you're the first female, like they're building a division around you.
Yeah.
Right? So how cool is that? Like,
I am so honored. I'm very excited about it.
So are you able to help them find talent, or like how does it work? They're just like, they're finding talent. Let's build this division around you.
They're just going to find girls to wrestle me.
It's like Ronda Rousey going to the UFC. They're like, let's just
pretty much
have women. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like Ronda to the UFC.
I hope so.
Remember, they always had that clip of Dana White. And he's just, people are like, when are women going to fight? And he's like, never. And then he meets Ronda, and they're just like, okay, let's.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let's have women. Now women are amazing in the UFC.
It's
the
crazy.
Women fights are incredible.
Came such a long way.
And the women fights are actually, a lot of them are more entertaining because the women, they got like that. They just
got that
all out,
aggression.
man. They're just going for it. Sometimes guys are just like, they're hesitating. But the women, they're never hesitating. They're like, let's go.
No.
This is my chance. I love it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is that vibe with women.
It's crazy.
They're just like
nope.
we got to prove why we belong here.
It's like
so they go all out.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like, you can see, like, let's say 2 unknown women or 2 unknown men. The women fights can be better.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The people, if, like, I'm not saying unknown, but let's say you don't recognize these 4. The women fight is 9 out of 10 times is better. It's incredible.
And their skills really have come a long way. Like, the way they fight, it's not
crazy.
like how it used to be. It's
no, for sure.
The way they move, if you didn't know if it was a guy or a girl, you couldn't even tell.
No,
it's
for sure.
Literally just skill is there.
And I think some of the elite ones, they keep raising the bar, and then people are like, okay, I got to catch up to like Valentina Shevchenko. It's like, she's incredible. And then Zhang Weili, right?
Yeah.
So she's incredible too. It's just like, whoa, these pretty amazing. I actually show all the UFC fights here, right? So this Sunday, I don't know if you're going to be around, but UFC.
I will.
Adesanya and Costa, they're fighting this Sunday. So I'll show that for sure. And we showed the Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Zhang Weili, and it was packed. And I mean, it was mostly Taiwanese people, and everyone was cheering Zhang Weili. It was crazy. And then when she got announced, the whole place just like erupted. It was
so
super
cool.
crazy. It was
that
really
was
cool.
Such a great fight. I saw that fight.
That's probably, I think, fight of the year. It's got to be.
That was
for
literally
sure.
the fight of the year.
And again, women's fight of the year.
That's
incredible.
That exceeded my expectations so much.
Yeah, because I mean, they're both so good.
Yeah.
But, you're like, okay, we'll see what happens. Sometimes when 2 fighters are really good, it kind of cancels each other out, and then it's not as good, right? But that was like, every time somebody got hit, crazy times.
That was an amazing fight.
So this Sunday we're gonna be showing that. So that was that one, right? So is there any date on when that's coming up again? Like when that's gonna start?
So they're restarting
like
in October. I believe.
Yeah.
So it's coming out October 10th, I believe, is when they're restarting their
beautiful
show.
Okay, and they're touring all over the states as well.
That depends on COVID.
Yeah.
So, I'm not really sure about like everything in the U.S. right now is so crazy, and each state has a different rule. So I don't even know.
That's a crazy thing.
On.
Like even when you watch like UFC, it'll be like, oh no, this rule set is in effect here, and then that rule set's in effect there. And even as like a super fan, I'm like, what? Why is there different rules everywhere? And the unified rules are in effect. And I'm like, I think that's the one I know. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's there we go. Check that out.
Oh yeah, that was.
So this is your gear.
Yeah, that was my first gear for WWE ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you
that
raffled
was
it
my
off.
first thing. Yeah, I am. I'm raffling it off.
You are still raffling it off.
Yeah, I'm still raffling it off.
Okay.
I was
good.
raffling it, and then next thing you know, COVID happened. So.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Yeah.
but I think, I would say let people know. Hey, she's raffling it off right now. If you guys are interested in getting your hands on
First
that gear,
original one,
let's
wrestle
go.
Shayna Baszler in that.
That's
you know,
right. I
like,
saw that. That was a
sorts
great
of stuff.
match. That was
Thank you.
incredible. Yeah, super good. Yeah, and that was the classic, right?
the Mae Young Classic.
Mae Young Classic. Yeah, Ronda Rousey in the crowd, right?
Yep.
That's incredible. That's an incredible life, you guys.
That was a crazy day. It was like all a blur.
I bet. Unbelievable. All right, couple more. Then we'll just
This was a South China Morning Post. Yep. Yeah, it's. Yeah,
so
it's
you
crazy.
Form a model, right?
Yes,
Turned
I
WWE
modeled
star,
and then
model turned MMA turned WWE, right?
Yeah.
Is there any of the three you prefer? I mean, modeling is way different, I would imagine.
It is.
Yeah.
I did modeling, acting, dance, music.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Martial arts, art, graphic
Yeah.
design. I just love art.
Okay.
Art,
Cool. Very
that's
cool.
what I would identify myself as, is just an artist.
Okay.
But like all of this is in the art realm. So, you know, I love all of it. And I would say right now I'm probably
Thank you.
in the best position is being able to do pro wrestling is the perfect combination of all my arts combined.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah, I get to have some martial arts. I get to have some music and dancing and singing, like my entrance and, whatever
the promo
else. Like,
and all that
yeah,
stuff. You
like,
get to drop your promos and stuff.
like
right? I
the
love that.
acting side,
So
like,
cool. I love it.
I
That's
was so
cool.
busy trying to pursue everything
Yeah.
that I wasn't able to really have time for anything.
Now you
But
got them all together.
I'm like, all right, this is the focus, but I get to do everything.
Beautiful. All right, one more, and then we'll get back to the wings. Yeah. What is this?
This was one of my matches.
A tag team match.
Oh,
right?
it was.
Like,
This was in Inoki Dojo. So Inoki Dojo is the gym I train out of, the pro wrestling gym I train out of in California now.
Shout out to Inoki Dojo.
Yeah, Inoki Dojo.
All right,
Shout
okay.
out. They are a lucha gym, but they also have Japanese influence.
Like
so.
lucha libre, like
Lucha
Mexican
Libre,
style.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
all my teammates are Mexican, actually.
really?
Yeah,
All right.
they're all
Hell yeah,
Mexican.
hell
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
amazing.
my Spanish. I'm determined to make it good after.
You got to get the Spanish
Yeah.
going. All right.
You know, I actually studied Spanish for like
Did you really?
like 5.5 years, and I suck at
Oh,
it.
you know what? You go down to Mexico for like a month, and you'll be like, you're
Yeah,
on it. Yeah,
I need to
you'll
be
totally.
in
You
that
just got to go
setting.
there. Yeah, for sure. You know, I grew up speaking Spanish with my family, and that was actually my first language. But it's so rusty now, and then sometimes when I have like Spanish-speaking customers, they come in. And we start chatting, and we're just going at it in Spanish and chat, and then like my brain will be like a blank, and then Chinese will go in there, and I'll just be like, and they're
man,
just
you're
looking at me
thinking
like,
Chinese now.
yeah, it's really. I've been here for
Oh,
like
wow.
almost half my life. It's crazy, yeah.
That's so crazy.
It's weird. People look at me like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Like, yeah, sorry, yeah, I've been here a while, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I was learning Spanish, it was screwing me all up. I would speak English
of
to like
course.
Chinese speakers.
Yeah.
I would speak Chinese to English speakers.
Yeah.
And then I would write all my English papers in Spanish.
Perfect. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. Let's grab the wing. Can you smell?
Oh, gosh,
these ones?
I could
Can you
smell
smell
it.
these
Oh,
ones?
my
Yeah.
gosh.
All right.
Oh,
So let's
God,
start.
I'm gonna
So again,
die.
we'll start from here, and we'll keep the conversation
die.
flowing. Fantastic.
Take this by
Okay, I'll grab this guy right here.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm scared. And y'all made it extra saucy. Woo! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna shit myself tomorrow.
Beauty. Just don't drink coffee, and you're good.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna. Oh, I can't.
It's a jump, right? It's a
Yeah,
little bit of a
it's
jump. Yeah.
Definitely a jump from the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah, from the Korean, right?
Oh my god, why did I suck all that sauce off?
Enjoy
Why'd I do
it,
that?
yeah. There's more bottomless horchata, no problem, yeah. So when you're doing the wrestling, do you have a say in like sort of the career? Like, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to call out this person afterwards. Is there somewhat like that,
to
like some kind of leeway a little bit? Okay.
Now.
Okay. When you're new, no. Yeah, good. Kai,
now I do,
up, brother? Yeah.
Because it's more lenient out in the other companies.
We got us
Sabe que
oh, that's my uncle,
okay,
man.
so
Jeez.
let me figure out what he said.
Okay.
Sabe is something you know. Chingados. What is chingados?
It's a swear word.
Oh.
It's like fucking.
Dices is. Oh, I know what dices is.
Dices, yeah, okay.
And it was in a song.
There you go. Dices, okay. So I'll read it to you. Sabe que chingados dices, güey. Hello.
Do you know what the fuck something?
Yeah.
Something. What is way?
Way is okay. Way is like a Mexican slang.
Oh, so that's why.
Yeah, sorry. Mexican slang for like jackass, like it's not. It's kind of worse than that. It's kind of like idiot, but not. I don't think there's a word in English.
Yeah.
But it's worse. It's not kind of like
bastard.
It's not like kind of like that. Kind of like that. So he's saying, "Who the
Dumb
fuck? He the fuck knows what you're saying." Idiot, asshole. You know, because he's my uncle. Yeah, so awesome. And then the other one is you were awesome in the Mae Young Classic from Millie J. Parmar.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Yes. Beauty. All right.
You're awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Is it Milan? Is that what it says?
Yes. Yeah. It looks like
Milan. Shout out.
Yes. Shout out. Beauty.
And
yeah, the
hola
YouTube comments
to all
are not
my
popping out. I don't know what's up, but
friends
it's all good.
who habla español.
Habla español. Sabe que chingado dices, güey, right? Yes.
My Spanish is so bad.
It's all right.
I can write it better than
well, that's the good thing about Spanish. Like you can read and write.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, right? To read and write. But Chinese, you forget.
Oh no,
forget about it. Yeah.
Chinese is like ridiculous. I don't even know how they.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like for me, like after being here for a long time, I can recognize a lot of characters. But I mean, like when I was able to speak and I couldn't recognize anything, I'd like go into a place and be like, "Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?" And they're like, "No, no, no." I'm like, "Do you have this? Do you have this? No." All right, well, see you later, I guess. And they're just like crazy foreigners. I'm like, "Yeah." Gongbao Jiding, and they're just like, "What? We're a dumpling place. The hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, okay, yeah. How's
you know that?
Not bad, right? Okay.
I'm scared that it was already spicy.
Okay.
You know, it's really deceiving when this is colored white.
Okay.
Because it makes me feel like it's not spicy.
Yeah.
But
well,
because it's the next one, I know it's gonna be more spicy.
These two kind of interchange. Sometimes one's hotter than the other. It's
you know what? I'm just gonna.
Enjoy that milk. Enjoy that milk. That's what it's there for. Just stick your tongue in there. You're good to go. Yeah. So we're talking about, you're saying after you're more established, you can sort of say, "Hey, I want to call out this person after. I want to go this way."
So how that works is, well, WWE, they're very corporate. So of course they make the calls.
Sure, of course.
You can pitch ideas to them, but a lot of times you'll get a no.
Yeah, okay.
But if you're in the other companies, they're more chill, they're more lenient. Okay. You can pretty much call out whoever you want. That's the part of the promo.
Okay.
You make a promo. You have to be creative. You do your own thing, and to start out, and then it is if it catches on and a lot of fans like want to see this happen.
Okay.
Then you got yourself, a storyline.
Okay.
But every company does it different, and some people will take that storyline and run with it. Other people are like, no, that's not the direction we want to go, and it just kind of like that.
Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. How are you feeling? You're good?
My nose is a little runny.
Yeah.
My
keep going, or just
right
take
nose,
a couple minutes here. Keep going.
My right nose is slightly runny. I have a deviated septum.
Okay.
From getting punched in the face for years and years.
Okay. That makes sense.
So like one nose is always stuffed up and the other nose is always running. It's horrible.
Okay. Well, I think the wings will fix that. Yeah. If you want, yeah. So like when you go out, obviously when you're a wrestler, you got to come out and you got to like sell yourself as a promo, right, to the fans, like a heel or a baby face, right? So what do you prefer to be like?
You know,
there's the heel, there's the face, right?
I've spent most of my time as a face.
Okay.
But lately I've enjoyed more heel stuff because the thing with being heel is you have more freedom.
Yeah.
You get to do more. You get to say whatever. You don't have to play within the rules.
Okay.
And that's what's fun about it. You get to be more creative.
Yeah.
But I haven't really, you know, I've been booked as heel here and there, but I haven't really officially been a heel. And, you know, that might be a thing that happens when I get back. So, you know, something I'm thinking about.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
And they choose, right? The sort of the organization is kind of like, let's try heel, let's try this.
Yeah, they choose, and then, you know, a lot of times you have to pitch the idea. You pitch the idea, and if it catches on, then great. But then there's a lot of things that, you know, it depends on what it is. It depends on the market that's going on, because wrestling is very much about the market and politics, even of what's going on, current events with the world, and you have to do something that the overall masses would be able to understand and get behind.
Well, I think there's like people like The Rock, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously huge, but when he came in and he was like super baby face and everyone hated him. Everyone hated him. Rocky Maivia, right? And then he just kind of, you know, nation of domination, and he kind of flipped, and then he turned bad, and then he turned heel. Then everyone loved him, and then he turned like next level, like super heel, and now he's like. He's The Rock, right?
Well, now I feel like there's a trend that people like the heel character. Just think about the movie The Joker. Like, you know, it's like, why is it we've been pushing superheroes and the good guy all the time, and now it's flipped. Now we got the Joker, now we got Venom, now we got all these people who are the heel character, and we're seeing it from their side. And I realize I see this, you know, in wrestling, and what is great about wrestling is that they are really up on what's trending. They're really up on the mindset of the masses.
Sure.
And that's how they, you know, are able to market so well and able to like get fans behind them because they understand what they are into at that time. So I realized over the past few years that the fans are actually cheering for the bad guys now. And it gets to the point where the bad guys have to turn babyface because of all the cheering. And all the good guys are getting booed at. Think of John Cena, think of Roman Reigns. They're getting booed at, so they turn heel to match
because it's like
reaction.
You guys don't like me anymore, screw you type thing. It's crazy. I love that.
So
did you like The Joker? Did you watch it?
No, I did not.
You didn't watch it? Okay.
I'm very behind on movies.
No, that's okay. Well,
at this time, when did it come out?
I
think I was doing
maybe?
MMA.
Okay.
No,
I don't know. I don't even know.
It was a while.
Time is a mess for me.
That was a long time ago. Yeah,
a while ago.
I think I was still like so busy with MMA at the time.
Okay, shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to watch it. It was like for me, I'm pretty positive and pretty happy, and usually the restaurant's busy, customers happy. I've got my wife, I got my kid, my daughter. She's great. Everything's good. And then I'm like, I heard the Joker will be good. Let's go watch it. So I take my wife. It's like the most depressing thing I ever seen in my life. At the end of the movie, I was like, I was so speechlessly depressed. I mean, they did it well. That's their point. That's what they wanted, right? But I was just like so depressed because this guy who's the Joker, he's just like, he's such bad luck. And then by the end, I mean, he snaps and it's crazy. I was just like, at the end of the movie, I was just like, This sucks.
This is sad.
This sucks. Oh my god!
I'm depressed
I don't
now.
want this. Now I'm depressed. I got to go home and watch something that I like because now I'm going to be depressed for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that was, I guess, the goal, but I was just like, what? Because usually we go to the movies. I take my daughter. We just watch Mulan. We watch like every single Disney movie, popcorn, and it's fun, right? And then we go watch the Joker, and I'm just like, whoa, that was super depressing.
Well, they just ruined everything. Now I got to go watch some Disney.
I got to go watch Disney, Mulan, the original. Yeah.
It's like when you watch a scary movie and then it's so scary you got to go watch a happy movie after.
Yeah, exactly. I actually
to like readjust yourself.
The scary movies in Asia are the best. I love them, like the Japanese ones, and the Korean ones, and they're so good. I love those.
Yeah,
the Korean ones with the zombies, I love those too. Those are so good. I love all those movies. So when I go back and watch like the American ones, the scary ones, I'm like, it's not.
Have you seen The Conjuring? Dude, that was scary.
I heard that's good. I haven't seen
that
one.
One. No. I would say is one of the best scary movies.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. There's the 1 and 2. Actually, really freaking scary.
Okay. Well, the problem with those is like my wife doesn't like scary movies, so I'm like watching them by myself at like midnight, and I'm like, I'm not feeling that brave today, so I'll watch some UFC or whatever. Yeah. It's crazy. Let's grab that next one. Yeah, that one is made out of pure jalapenos when we can get them. So
man, look at all the sauce.
Enjoy
the
sauce.
You sauce this up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so flavorful.
Thank you.
That's so good.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites, I think.
This is jalapeno? Mm-hmm. Why is it white?
I think the light's really bright, but it's blended with...
Oh, so it's supposed to be green.
It is, but it is green usually, but it's blended with like onions and garlic and stuff. It's like everything's simmered down for like super long time. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's funny because I took this to a catering event, and then I had this big bowl of it, and I'm like, this one's hot, and then people come on, they're like, oh sweet guac, and they're just like, boom, and then I had like a mouthful of it, and I'm like, oh, that's not guacamole, and they're just like, and they just like downed it, and it was like, whoo, it's like, yeah, sorry about that, that's a little spicy, yeah.
Dude, it's really flavorful.
Yeah,
but
it's probably my favorite. We'll see. Yeah.
It's really flavorful.
Yeah.
So then you want to eat a big bite?
Do you want to eat a big bite? Yeah. It's not guacamole though.
But now it's burning my face off.
Yeah. Just don't touch your eyes, and you're good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's spicy.
That's pretty spicy. Yeah. Yes. All right. You got to have a couple killers in there, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. You got to have a couple killers in there. Enjoy. Let you absorb that for a second, yeah? We got more. I mean,
why does the horchata help the spice more than the milk?
It's got a little bit of milk in it. Horchata, I mean, it's that Mexican thing. It's you're used to all the Mexican food, so you got the Mexican genes.
Oh my God.
There you go. There you go. There you go. It's all right. Take your time. Perfect. That's perfect. Make a little clip out of that. That's a beauty.
I'm so scared for the last one.
The last ones they're a little rougher, I'll be honest. Yeah.
I'm so scared right now.
Yeah. So like the last ones here, we don't really sell those. We just make these sauces kind of for the show. And sometimes people we get like
death sauce.
Kind of. I mean, this one a friend of mine makes him. He's a good friend of mine, and Flavor of the World. He's got his little hot sauce company. And then this one is I just made this one like last week. I think it's like I think it's ghost peppers. Yeah, but it's pretty.
Oh my God.
Tough. Yeah. So I gotta ask some more. You take your time. Take your time. You're good. There you go. I mean, it spices up the podcast, literally, right? You gotta have a little bit of craziness. Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna blow up your bathroom.
Perfect.
Not yet. Tomorrow, I'm gonna specifically come here just to blow it up.
There you go. Empty stomach in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. If you need more milk, more horchata, more water, whatever you go. So now we're gonna ask the crazy questions, yeah?
I feel like sneezing, but I can't sneeze.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I know that feeling. Perfect. Take your time. All is good. We had some of the fighters we had in here. When we get to this round, they're sweating, like they're drenched. And I told them we taught a new way to cut weight, you know, because they were like literally like a sauna, like drenched. It was crazy, yeah. So I gotta ask, what's the ultimate goal for Zeda Zhang?
Well,
bringing the bang. What's the ultimate goal? We gotta say that, bringing the bang.
Ultimate,
bang.
Like super ultimate.
Super ultimate goal, yeah.
Super ultimate.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I just want to have a nice, comfortable house with my parents and buy my dad a yacht and just enjoy life.
Daddy's
and,
girl.
You know,
yeah, you're a daddy's girl. Yeah, that's fantastic.
And
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, have a nice, normal, chill life, but still like be part of entertainment business, but like more on the back end.
Yeah, like maybe coaching people up, like bringing them up. Yeah.
Managing or whatever, like something like that.
You could be a manager, right? That'd be cool, right?
That is actually the goal, you know, because I actually. A lot of my like regular work before all this was a lot of managing work.
Okay.
And
it's good with people,
I worked,
right? Yeah.
I worked in marketing a lot and promotions, and I was very involved in the MMA community back when I was doing it myself, like on all aspects. So. Yeah, I feel like managing would be a good thing for me to go into eventually
really cool.
At the end.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I think, I mean, the MMA scene and the wrestling scene, they definitely, and especially like in Taiwan, the people are they're great, especially like the fighters but everybody's so busy doing their thing. There's no it's hard to really market it. Right. So so I think if everybody does a little bit, and I'm trying to help. My daughter does BJJ, right?
Yeah,
she loves
awesome.
it. She's been doing no-gi for a little while, and they're the schools that she's at. Shout out to those school, Fairs Academy. Take it easy, guys. Yeah. Take care, guys. See ya. Fairs Academy and Sprouts Jiu-Jitsu. These two camps. My daughter trains there. She loves it. And she's loving it, man. She I forgot what I was gonna say, but she loves it. And so I actually started doing BJJ as well. Obviously I suck. I mean, I went in and a lot of the smaller guys, I was just getting my ass beat, like my ass handed me like every time.
That's how it is, but that's what's so fun about it.
It's fun. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Go with this guy. He's kind of small, and I just get my ass beat. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So it's fun. It's pretty fun, yeah. And it's something cool. And we'll probably go up through. My daughter's super daddy's girl as well. So,
aww.
So it's like, we'll go up through that, and I mean, we're connected with the scene here, and one of her coaches is he's on the national team and stuff. So he's saying that they might have within the next 10 years, maybe some like. Gi at the Olympics would be cool. I'm like, I'm like, hell yeah, we're in. Let's go. So she likes it. Like I'm a soccer coach. I've been coaching my whole life, but she doesn't really like it. She's like, she's like, okay with it, but she doesn't like it. So we tried different things. Then I'm like, let's go try BJJ, and she loves it.
Is soccer big out here?
Bigger than when I came, but it's very slow growing. Not so big. Basketball, baseball are huge.
Yeah,
right?
Basketball, baseball,
huge.
Like, really big out here.
It's. I mean, it's growing, but it's it's taking its time. But like I said, my daughter loves BJJ, so
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
all those industries. I realize like any type of sports, art related performance, it's important to have a good manager and a good coach, like someone who's there to navigate you, because there's like so much stuff going on, and as a performer athlete, like you have to just focus on your training, and everything else is up to that. And so like for college, I originally went for graphic design, but I ended up with a public relations degree. So it's all like related, because it has to do with entertainment business and knowing how to navigate like these things. For
I think marketing and all that's super important, right? For any business. Like for me, the restaurant, before I learned it, it was okay, but then after it was so much better when you're able to use like Facebook ads and just like marketing, right? A lot of marketing stuff that you need to do. I also have friends with, you know, restaurants and stuff, and sometimes, you know, you go to their place to eat and they're just kind of like sitting there with an empty place. I'm like, what's going on? They're just like, oh, it's been slow for a while. I'm like, are you doing any like marketing? And they're like, no.
Marketing is key.
They're like, no, because the food is great, location's great, everything's great. But I'm like, well, you gotta, you know, set up your freaking Facebook account, man. Like, come on, you're a restaurant. You need to have a Facebook account. They're free. Set them up, get some posts going, learn a little bit about the ads, you know, whatever, right? Start targeting people, and yeah, so it's pretty huge, yeah.
What I learned through MMA was that marketing is so key.
Look at Connor.
Yeah.
Connor, that is the best example,
you know,
right?
Connor is a great example.
The king, man, I love him.
But like, the MMA gym that I started out at in Virginia, it was MMA Institute. Shout out to Rick McCoy. They were like a hidden gym.
Okay.
You know, like hidden gym. They had a lot of fighters, like some that went to UFC on last notice. Like they were sent there to lose.
Okay.
But a lot of them ended up like winning. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bellator.
Yeah.
Actually,
Love
Tom Lawler was at the gym for a little bit.
Nice. Okay.
But we had like a lot of talented fighters there that just never really got to go in the UFC because lack of marketing, lack of, you know, management to get them where they need to be. And then some people, it's like they get in, and then other people who are better than that fighter didn't get in.
Yeah,
and I realized,
for sure.
What is it? It's the marketing.
It's the marketing.
It's the marketing.
That's like the two prong, right? I mean, I think Connor really exposed that, right? Like from being, he's a great fighter.
Yeah,
he's an amazing
you
fighter.
can't suck,
of course.
obviously.
Yeah, you can't suck. Yeah,
but to make you
he's
stand
an
out
amazing
against
fighter.
another great fighter,
I mean,
is the marketing.
to be like, you know, in Ireland on welfare, and then 5 years later, fighting Floyd for $100 million. That's crazy.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy, right?
That's a great like rags to riches story.
How is that possible? That's crazy. But it's just marketing, right?
Yeah,
He's
marketing.
incredible. Yeah. I love Connor. So I got my Connor and Nate tribute sort of painted up there. Yeah. Love those guys. Love them both, actually. Two of my favorites. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Got the Proper 12 imported. I mean, there's no Proper 12 in Asia, but anytime a friend of mine goes overseas, I'll be like,
Proper 12.
you got Proper 12? I'm like, hey, man. They're like, you need anything? I'm like, a bottle of Proper 12. As you can see, I only have three friends, apparently. But, yeah. So, beautiful. Let's grab the next one, and I got some mail questions for you. Are you ready for it? Or are you
Okay. All right. We got this.
All right. So, it's on you. You want to go
I ate a
drum?
drum, so I'm going to eat the wing now.
All right. Okay. And then...
Actually, that's not smart, because now I'm going to...
Now you got that monster at the end.
At the end. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so enjoy. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this.
I'm really scared. Oh, man. Oh, I feel that in my nail. Oh, it's going to be so hot.
There you go.
I feel it in my nail already.
In your nail. There you go.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a tough one.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Why did I dig my whole nail in there?
It wasn't wise, I'll be honest.
Fuck my life.
There you go.
Oh, my gosh. Dude.
Good? Okay.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Well, we had to make it hotter because of... You got to thank your buddy Steve and Chow, man. He went through our wings. So I got special sauces for you now, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
I need more horchata.
You want one more horchata, yeah? Just grab another glass, it's fine. There you go. Just let that milk sit in your mouth for a few seconds and you're good to go. Yeah, we had to, you know. That's good. You're just chilling. Yeah, I'm going on the milk now too. That's a rough one. The sauces that I make kind of scare me the most because I know exactly how much is in there.
How are you talking right now?
Yeah.
How are you okay?
Enjoy that. Take your time. You're good. There we go. Or chat that's gold, yeah.
Woo. Oh my gosh, that's
rough, yeah.
I'm really scared.
Oh yeah. I mean, that is pretty tough, yeah.
I'm gonna
You know, keep going. That's on you, yeah.
I'm trying to eat the meat.
Yeah, get the meat.
Fuck. I'm trying to get the meat on the inside.
Super hot today.
I'm gonna cheat and eat the meat on the inside.
Do whatever you want. I want to thank you for coming out. I appreciate that.
No, thank you
it's
for
so fantastic. Yeah, having a
having
good time.
me.
Yeah, great
And
time.
I'm sure.
Ooh, that one is hot.
I'm sure my toilet will thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for sure.
Oh my god.
Yes. Woo. Keep it up. Gotta bring the bang, yeah? I bet you Caillou is loving it, yeah? You're the man, brother. You hooked it up. Ghost peppers, that's what's in there, yeah? A lot of them. A lot of ghost peppers, yeah. We had to up the ante. Steve and Chow, man. Chow Fuchsias, shout out to you, brother. There's two people that went through, Steven and Rainbow Alice. There's these two people that went all the way through, and there were no problems. So I had to up the ante a little bit.
What the fuck? But why with me? That's Steven, though.
Yeah. Just don't touch your eyes. Yeah, don't touch your eyes.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel my stomach burning.
Yeah,
I feel my face burning.
Yeah, don't touch your eyes and you're good, yeah?
Ah.
There you go. Enjoy.
Ah.
Oh. Yeah, that one is hot. Damn.
Oh my gosh, that's hot.
That one is hot. That's
That
a
just
jump.
like.
That's another jump, right?
No, that one.
Jump.
That was not gradual at all.
It wasn't, yeah.
No.
I know.
That was just like. Freaking out of nowhere.
There you go.
Oh my god, my stomach. Oh my god, my stomach.
You good? You take a break? Or
It's
what?
so burny right now.
Okay, okay. Drink some milk.
It's so burny.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That one is rough. The last two are rough, I'll be honest, yeah. Geez, now I feel guilty. Oh my gosh. All right.
I need
Well,
a
you're on
burp.
vacation. Yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm
Take
not
your
sure if a
time.
throw up's gonna come out.
Okay, well, there's a bucket here if you need it.
I think if you drink too much milk, you'll throw up, right?
It's possible. It's possible, yeah. Yeah.
I just.
It's all right. We'll work it into the script at Major League Wrestling, yeah?
Oh.
Like Razor Ramon. All right, take your time. You're good. All right. All right. I gotta beep that because no one's watching the door. You were asking earlier what the bell is for. The bell is because I used to have a customer, one of the guests on the show. He actually, he actually watches the show a lot, and he would notice when I'd be chatting. I'm sorry, you're crying. Oh my god, I feel bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he watches the show. Shout out to Ed Black. He watches the show, and he's like, he can tell my face when we're just chatting and restaurant's full and there's people like waiting for service and nobody sees them. I'm just like, so he's just like, I got you a gift. And that's the bell. That's what the bell's for. Yeah.
That was the most satisfying burp.
There you go. You feeling good
Woo.
now? All right. Beautiful.
My face is burning.
Yeah, that happens. Just don't touch your eyes and you're good.
Oh my gosh.
And you're good.
Dude, my finger burns so bad.
Yeah, it's gonna burn.
And now
yeah.
now I dug it out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That's crazy, right?
That was bad. What is that one?
That one is made with scorpion. Trinidad
Oh,
scorpion
scorpion.
peppers.
What
It's
the
a little-
hell
so
is
it's even-
scorpion?
It's like a it's probably hotter. It's probably a little bit
Is that
hotter.
the little red capsaicin, whatever pepper from Mexico. That's
No,
rated
no,
the
no.
hottest pepper in the world.
No, I can't get any of that. This is just scorpion pepper. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hot.
I
It's pretty
feel
hot.
it like
Yeah, okay.
burning here.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough for sure. But you're doing well though. Yeah, you okay? Take a break, relax. Just probably don't touch your face too much, but yeah. Yep. Now I'm feeling bad. Jeez. Okay.
He's trying to murder me.
There you go. Yeah. I've been sent by a rival promotion.
Fuck
Yeah.
my face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the lips will swell up for sure.
At least they gonna look luscious.
There you go. Those luscious.
And you know what sucks? I got my lip busted during training, so it's burning inside my lip too.
Oh shoot! How'd that happen? So you're doing the MMA training right now, yeah?
Yeah.
With Kemp and the boys, yeah?
Yeah, MMA, grappling, and Muay Thai
Okay.
striking.
Nice,
And
nice.
Lawrence, I got back from Muay Thai training.
Okay. How often are you training right now?
Only
Like once a day, twice a day? What?
only about 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. Okay.
Pro wrestling training on Saturdays
okay.
in the day. And
Here
then
in Taiwan, like or
Yeah.
where at?
NTW.
That's cool. Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
they're in they're kind of far. They're
How is there a bunch? Is there a lot?
it's
of
in
people?
Taipei, but
Okay.
well,
Taipei
no, there's
is
not a
just
lot of
like-
people. Yeah, but it's
yeah.
towards like the end of Taipei.
Okay, like Nangang
like a
or
little
something.
further down.
Like yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I go there on Saturdays and then Monday and Tuesdays.
Okay.
Or Monday or Tuesday, sometimes and Tuesday. I'm at Kemp's fighting, and
Okay.
then recently Wednesday I've been training with Lawrence at the UFC gym.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
I saw your picture with the UFC belt there. That was a cool picture.
Oh yeah,
that's
that was
good
a little
picture, yeah.
throwback.
Little
Went over there.
throwback,
Yeah, when I first got here, and Kai introduced me to people.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
that's where he
Kai
had his
again, eh?
fight camp.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
hosted his fight camp.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna put this on my chin.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. So, another question for you, if you're good. Are we good? Yeah. Keep going. No. Yeah.
I'm scared.
Up to you. We can tap. It's all good. So I
No,
think
I'm not giving up.
you're not
Tap?
tapping. You're not tapping.
The
All right.
hell?
All right.
How
all
are you
right,
gonna
all
tell
right,
a
all
fighter
right.
to tap?
Okay. Well, we keep going then. Yeah. So I think obviously you get a lot of love and a lot of like support from the fans and all that. Do you get any haters? I mean,
Oh, of course.
every like
Definitely.
industry has haters, obviously,
so
right?
many
I mean,
haters.
freaking restaurants have haters, right? Which is ridiculous. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like Yelp and all that. So how do you deal with that? I mean, like,
when I have the time, I enjoy beating them with my wit.
troll the haters. Yeah.
Yeah, I troll them. Like
Troll the haters?
I basically
Alright. Okay.
I pride myself on my logic and reasoning skills.
Okay.
So I basically just logic and reason and debate the fuck out of them until they can't say anything else.
Okay, that's great.
And then I've actually did it to a few people where they didn't know what to say,
Yeah.
and they actually apologized to me.
Really?
I've had at least
Wow.
3 or 4 people apologize
okay.
to me because they knew they were in the wrong.
Okay.
And I basically call them out, and then I use logic and reasoning to talk to them about stuff and
Okay.
figure out why they're being like that.
That's
And
good,
then
yeah.
they end up apologizing. They're like, "I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I'm being rude. Like I didn't mean it."
Sure, I'll have another horchata.
So don't you dare debate
One
me
horchata, yeah.
because I got too much logic and reasoning.
She's a smart one,
I probably should have been a lawyer. Now I think
there
about
you
it.
go,
I
yeah.
should have been a lawyer.
Don't say that to your parents, Max. They're gonna be, I
Right?
told you. Lawyer or doctor.
Logic
yeah.
and reasoning skill
Lawyers
is
and
A1.
doctors, Yeah. Oh, that's great.
I'll logic at them until they apologize.
That's
And
cool,
they
yeah.
feel bad.
That's good because there's a lot of like obviously I watch a lot of UFC and some of the fighters they're able to to do that, but a good percentage of them they get so past you, they get so pissed, you get under their skin and it's crazy. They freak out and it's like what. That was easy,
Yeah.
I mean, like one fighter gets under another fighter's skin, and it's crazy. Like Conor, he's pretty good at it, right?
Yeah.
And he couldn't get under like Khabib's skin, and then he just went like crazy, like totally crossed the line, right?
Yep.
With all his shit. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that is part of the fight game, I guess, for the marketing
mental aspect.
you know. But
Mental
the
too,
mental
right?
aspect, you know. But yeah, I feel like anyone who is very well trained in martial arts, they have to be well trained mentally.
Okay.
So they have to be able to deal with stuff like that, because those are the things that throw people off.
Okay.
And so I feel like the fact that Khabib, like, it's a smart technique, like a strategy of Conor to go get under someone's skin.
Course, for sure.
But the people who it doesn't affect, those are the ones who actually are very well trained mentally. Because the thing with fighting is it's really 80% mental. I would say as much as 80% is mental.
Okay, really? That high?
And
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
because there's so, like, the skills, if you're doing your training properly and whatever else, at the end of the day, like, your body's gonna know what to do.
Okay.
You're in there because your muscle memory, your reaction. But everything else that controls your muscle memory and reaction and whatever else is your mentality.
Okay.
Your mentalness. There's so many people who are great in the gym. Like, their skills.
I hear this story a lot. Yeah.
But then when they go out to the cage, they can't perform. And it's all mental, because they can't balance their mentality when they're in the moment.
Okay.
And that's the issue. It's like, you could be a great fighter, but it really doesn't matter when it's the day to compete and you can't even get your shit together mentally. It's mostly mental. Okay. And a lot of times it's like, you can hurt, your body can hurt, you want to quit. But the thing is, a human body is so amazing, and if you can mentally shut that off, you can push through it and win.
Okay.
Like,
I like that.
You know,
that's some good advice right there.
It's really important. Like, honestly, my first MMA fight, like I said, I got tricked into it.
Okay.
There was no way I should have won. The only reason why I won was because I was not willing to quit.
Okay.
I did not go through all that shit.
No way, I'm going.
Hell no, I was not going to quit. But my skills were not there. I barely knew any stand-up. I trained, like, jab, cross, elbow, knee. That's all I did for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then I had a freaking fight with no stand-up. And basically my girl was, like, she trained stand-up forever for, like, 3 years. And her coach was her boyfriend. So, you know, damn well they're training all the time. I'm just like, and I had to go up a weight class to fight her.
Oh, shoot.
I was supposed to be 115. I went up to 125 to fight her.
Okay.
So there was no way I should have won, but I know the only reason, and she knew I was a ground girl.
Okay.
And she stuffed all my takedowns.
She's not going to the ground then.
I had to go all 3 rounds standing with her, and the only reason why I won was because I was not willing to give up. I was so sloppy. I freaking took all her punches to the face, but I was like, fuck this. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take your ass down. You can punch me, I'm keep coming forward.
Okay.
And that's...
Do you have any footage of any of that stuff? Like, was there any recordings?
Yeah, I only have footage of 2 of my fights.
Okay.
Not the full footage. They're like clips here and there.
That's so cool.
And
though.
the other 2 fights
on your channel,
was underground, so I don't have footage of that. But it's probably out there somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Okay.
It's just underground, I guess. It's
hard to find. Sure. Very cool.
Oh God.
What do you think? Should we call her? Or do you want to take a bite of that? Just take a little bite.
We're gonna take a bite.
All right, take a little bite. Your call.
But I'm taking the bottom one.
You don't want to take this big beast on
Look
the top there, right?
freaking much sauce you put on that one.
Yeah, that's a rough
that says
one.
a lot
That's
of sauce
killer.
too.
That's a killer. That's a killer. That one for sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
This one is it's a little rougher. I don't know how much rougher it can be than the other one, right?
You didn't even flinch. You just
I
eat this
do
all the time.
Yeah. Well, I was.
You're a true.
To be honest, for the first few months, it was really rough. I was like, holy crap. A buddy of mine who makes hot sauces, he told me that before you do it, take like a shot of a little bit of baking soda and water, because it like alkalizes your stomach or something. And I'm like,
is that what you did?
No, I didn't. No, listen.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. And then after he told me that, I did the show and I was like, oh, I forgot to do that. And I did it after. And as soon as it hit my stomach, it was like that volcano, you know, like that baking soda volcano sort of deal. And it was like, it was like super pain. I was like all on all fours, and I was like, holy shit, this is painful. And my wife sees me and she's like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then like a couple minutes later, I'm like, oh my gosh, it still hurts. Shit, right? And then she's like, do you need to go to the hospital? I'm like, no. And then a couple more minutes later, and I'm like, maybe. And then like I grabbed I had like 3 liters of milk, and I just like chugged 3 liters of milk, and then I was.
You didn't throw up?
No, I was fine. Yeah.
There's that milk challenge where you try to chug like a bunch of milk and you'll throw up.
Oh really? Well,
yeah.
I didn't throw up because I was in pain. Yeah, I don't know. I was in pain, so. Oh my god.
Get him some milk.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm eating it very carefully.
Okay.
I did eat the skin though, but luckily I ate the less red skin.
Yeah, it's okay. It's smart. Smart girl.
Oh my gosh.
So you've been competing in obviously WWE and in Major League. And there's also a bunch of indie ones you've been in, right? I've found a bunch of
ton.
footage.
I don't even remember.
Major League Wrestling, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment. Mm-hmm. Do all of these companies like collab with each other? Are they all kind of like rivals, or like how does it work?
They're so
like my dojo's better than yours type deal, or
there's
here we go.
There's so many companies out there that it some of them are rivals,
but you don't really know, like they're kind of, a lot of them are underground. People don't know, right? So wouldn't it be better for everybody to kind of work together and grow the whole thing?
Because it's territorial.
Oh, okay.
Because people can't travel all the way. They make money off the local scene.
Oh. Okay.
And it costs more money for them to travel to another city. Unless they're like a big TV show, like WWE. Major
TNA,
League
right?
Wrestling.
Right.
Impact.
Oh, look at you.
All Elite Wrestling.
It's going to be a interesting morning for you. Zeda Zhang. Zeda. The people are always mispronouncing your name, I guess, yeah? I love it. Double Z.
Oh my god. Oh.
The good news is there's only 3 more.
Fuck.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's pretty rough, that last one, too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You need to walk around? Need to walk around or something?
I bet. I barely even.
I love the horchata. Hashtag horchata is delicious.
I barely even ate the skin.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy the last couple for sure.
Fuck.
Yep.
My stomach is burning.
Yeah, it's gonna burn.
Oh, I don't want it to come out.
It's gonna be a rough morning, I'll be honest. But
I need more horchata. Sorry.
more horchata, one more, yeah. Rita, 可以再给我一杯吗? Horchata, yeah. 谢谢. Oh, you are too. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
The horchata actually works better than milk. I don't know why.
It does. It's weird. I think it's got like the sugar or something.
Maybe it's because of sugar. Oh my god. My stomach. Oh.
Yeah. All right, you're doing great.
Oh, there's my yo-yo-ka.
Yo-yo-ka. Is that what it was, eh?
Yeah.
Nice. You're doing great. Hey, the good news is you finished them all. You finished, right? You're fantastic. I'm gonna let you chill for a little bit, yeah. There you go.
This is.
Is it helping?
Thank you, Shishia.
You're good. Yeah, that last one's rough for sure. Yeah. Do you guys eat spicy?
Why
now?
do you not do it? Why are you not
I'm
flinching?
good.
What
I'm
is
good.
wrong with you?
I'm good. I'm good. Need a bucket? You good? All right. All right. Come on. No problem. Does your family eat a lot of spicy at home, or you can't talk? All right. Perfect.
Oh. That was like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11, 21, 69.
There we go. So we got a question. Who would win between Nick Diaz and Conor?
Conor.
Conor would beat Nick Diaz? No problem? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he would. Because I feel like he would be able to keep him standing. Nick would try and go down.
Nick's jiu-jitsu is
jiu-jitsu.
Gracie black belt, right?
Yeah. But he's just jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, he has some takedowns in wrestling, but he's better on his
boxing
back.
is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does have. Yeah, but his boxing, yeah, but even I feel like Conor would win.
Connor's
I feel like Conor would keep him on the outside and not let him in.
Okay.
And even then, Conor has enough takedown defense to get back up.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say Conor.
This is not kayfabe. I don't know what that means.
No.
I don't know what that
Nope,
means.
not kayfabe at all.
All right.
Nope.
You might want. I don't know what that means, but you do, so that's good. She is selling that hot sauce like Shawn Michaels sold Hogan's hits. All right. Shawn Michaels, another legend. Love that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he was always at the Performance Center.
Was he?
Yeah, he was always there. He was always there.
Love Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I saw him all
Sweet
the time.
chin music. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you choose your finishing move? That was one of the questions I forgot to ask.
You have to choose one that someone else doesn't have, which is very hard because obviously everyone has everything, and there's like so many people at WWE that like everything that you want to do, someone already has. Like that's hard.
And it's something like the super kick, like a sweet chin music.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
like,
everyone. Yeah. Okay.
Like
okay.
everything. Or if it's too popular of a move, I mean, it's hard.
So what about your brain buster? Your sort of brain buster deal?
It's actually a Northern Lights bomb. It's like the snow plow.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Shout out to Steve Carino.
That's beautiful.
He was the one that actually suggested it to me, and I freaking love it.
I love it.
Devastating. It's easy. It's fun, and
it doesn't look easy. It looks crazy. So hard to do.
Yeah,
it's gotta be super hard to do.
Easy.
Well, it's your move, right? So,
yeah. So I mean, it's fun, and I just slam them on their neck. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a big power move, which is very much my style.
Your style, yeah.
Since the MMA background and the grappling background.
Well,
and
it seems a lot of the MMA is implemented in your character, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So all my
movesets
sets are a lot of it's shoot. Because to be honest, I got punched in the head too many times in my life, and my memory actually really sucks. I have issues trying to remember a whole match. So I'm just like, all right, let's just know the important parts. Everything else, we're just gonna just go with the flow. Call it in there, or you'll know what to do when I take you down, because there's no way you're gonna be able to resist it, because a lot of my moves are shoot moves, so they're all real MMA wrestling moves.
Okay.
So I just take them down, and they're gonna go down regardless. So there's no way to mess it up. There's no, I don't have to tell them much of what to do or how to sell for me, because they're all real MMA moves.
Okay.
So
well, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I just make it bigger. Okay. So it makes it easier that way. And the thing is, I feel like because of my background, it helps make me stand out as a wrestler.
Sure, of course.
Because it's not like I have some crazy character. I don't have a crazy character, and I'm not a flyer. I'm not a high flyer.
The high flyer.
So the thing that I rely on is what I know best, is my grappling and MMA.
Of course.
So because of that, I incorporate all that style in, and just knowing my, my strengths and weaknesses, I incorporate that in.
Okay.
So I'm like, this is my strength. This is my grappling and MMA and
Beautiful.
takedowns and stuff. And my weakness is I can't remember shit because I got punched in the head every single day for years and years.
All right.
And I've basically had concussions every single day for like years and years of my life that I had no idea about. Because back then,
you just went hard every day or sparring or
yeah, because back in the day, people didn't really understand fight science. They didn't understand the dangers of sparring 100% with no headgear and anything. And like me sparring guys, I only had guys to spar with. And this is freaking Virginia, like country place, and you know they don't care. Like they don't care. I had this one dude that tried to knock me out every freaking sparring match.
Really?
Every sparring session. That's like crazy. I would see stars and I would see black like every single time he hit me. And I found out you see the stars and see like white or black flash because your brain's hitting inside your head, and that's a concussion. So I'm getting concussions at least 3 times a week, which is too much sparring, hard sparring. They've studied it. Yeah. They said you should only have one hard sparring day, and even then you shouldn't be going 100% with no headgear.
Well, then you get because injuries happen like that, right? That's crazy. Wow.
So I was doing that 3 times a week at least, 100%, no headgear, like nothing, and just getting punched in the face like over and over. I felt stupid. Like I legit felt slow all during those years because it was literally just getting concussions all the time.
Jeez, so that's scary. Yeah,
my memory sucks in general. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have CTE if I don't already have it now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have it. But also Alzheimer's run in my family. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have that too. Coupled with being punched in the face every day for years.
Oh my gosh.
So my memory is horrible, and this is why I'm just like, I rather just go in, shoot. I rather just wrestle on reaction. But the issue is not a lot of girls have a jiu-jitsu MMA background, so it's not like I go in there and be like, hey, let's just roll. Let's just flow.
Let's just roll.
Yeah, let's just spar in there. They're going to be like, no, let's plan it out. So I could never do that. So I have to work with what I got.
I think in the last couple of years into the WWE, when Ronda went, right? She brought some of her girls over, right?
So Shayna Baszler, she went there first.
There was like the four horsewomen or whatever, right? Yeah.
And then Jessamine Duke, and then
That's all. I don't want to put you on the spot. I can't remember everyone. Either, but that's cool. But I mean, aside from those guys, I guess there's not very many, right? Is everybody cool in the backstage? Like more? Is there some people that are more friendly or not really, or snobby? Any snobs?
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
You don't want to call them out. That's okay.
There definitely is.
Out,
There definitely is.
Okay.
But I would say for the most part, people are nice, or at least they pretend to be.
Okay, that's
because it's a very people business. You can't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Unless you're just, unless you got a certain standing.
Okay.
Or unless like you just really know how to work the assholeness. And make people think, oh, that's just how they are, and they just write it off like
that's
it's cool.
Skill. That's a skill. Yeah,
that's a legit skill.
That's a legit
some
skill.
People, some people can do that.
True.
I would say, most people act nice. There's a small percentage of people who legit are nice.
Who are legit nice.
Most of the people are just acting, pretending to be nice, and then there's some who are just straight assholes.
Sure. Yeah. I could agree with that. How you feeling? You good?
Now it feels better, and now
you're gonna keep going. All right, interesting.
I'm gonna eat more of this meat.
All right. I just
I'm scared.
I wanted to ask you if you have any advice for anyone who was kind of in your position, let's say 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, who maybe wants to do some kind of step up to pro level of MMA or step up into like try to get scouted by WWE or step up into, one of the indie promotions that are looking, like they're building your, Major League is building a whole division around you. That's incredible. Like anyone who kind of wants to do what you're doing now? We'll kind of end it off with any kind of advice.
Well, the biggest thing is to
don't eat the wings. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is to go to a good school, gym.
Okay.
Because, you know, today I wouldn't be in WWE, would have gotten the opportunity if it wasn't for years and years of MMA training.
Okay.
You know, like I didn't start out at a good gym. I started out at a crap gym. Okay. But, you know, eventually I figured it out. I went to another one and then just, you know, kept going.
Is that common that WWE kind of scoutish people, they look at MMA gyms? Is that a common thing? Or is it just
no,
you're
it's
special?
about
yeah.
It's not about being at a good gym.
Okay.
That they scout. It is about they're very exclusive. Like you can't even get a tryout unless you know someone in there.
Okay.
And the only way for you to meet someone of that caliber is to be at a good gym, because the best are going to be there. The best of the best are going to be there. Not only are you going to get great skill training, but you're going to meet the right people who are on that level.
Okay.
And that you're putting yourself in a good environment to be able to not only get good skills, but socialize with the right people with the right connections.
Okay.
If you go to a nobody place, I mean, your chances are going to be low. You're not going to get the good skills that you need, and you're not going to get the right connections.
Okay.
So that's really what it comes down to, is training at a good gym, being around the right people. And if you really put in the work, eventually these people are going to take the time to seek you out.
Okay.
It's just having to be present. That is the very first thing, is being there and putting in the work. Because if you're always showing your face, eventually people are going to recognize you and they're going to start talking to you. If you keep showing your face, you're going to start getting good. Start getting good, you're going to get recognized.
Beautiful. I love that. That's great advice. Yeah.
Yep. Just number one thing, just be there.
Just be there.
Just show up. That's the first step.
Beautiful. So, congratulations. You finished the wing challenge. How are you feeling?
I feel my stomach burning.
Oh, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough morning, I'll be honest. Yeah. Sorry about that. But
you're not sorry.
I want to thank you for coming
out. You're not sorry.
Yeah, well, I have
this
to say
was the whole point. You wanted to make sure I die.
There you go. Well, you didn't. You made it. You didn't tap, right? That's good news.
Yeah, of course I'm not going to tap. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be good tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, oh God, I'm dreading tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to die.
Well, maybe tonight if you're lucky. We'll see, right?
Oh, don't even say that. I'm going to like shit myself in the bed. Oh, God. I'm staying at my cousin's place. He's going to be so pissed.
That's possible.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. No.
I want to thank you for coming. It's fantastic that you came. You did the challenge. We got to share your stories. Absolutely fantastic. What you're doing, kind of putting wrestling and MMA together and trying to get everyone to grow, is absolutely fantastic. I love what you're doing. I'm actually honored to have you here, and it's really great to have you here. I appreciate it.
It's an honor to be here. I'm excited.
Yay,
this is awesome. This was so fun.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All the wings were delicious, even though the last few ones were, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to say one more time? If any of the fans out there.
Shout out to all my Taiwan fans. Love y'all. Yes. Thanks for the support all the way over here, and I'll be visiting Taiwan more. 谢谢你们，你们都好棒啊！很高兴在台湾我还很爱我的台湾的粉丝们。And thank you to all my U.S. fans and all the fans around the world. Like, really appreciate all your love and support. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.